So it's
morning,
and I would love to
OnlyFans.
get in on that business.
In the OnlyFans game.
If I could figure out what to post, if I could figure out the content that's going to move the needle, yeah.
Maybe some golf stuff, some cigar and Bud Heavy stuff. I don't know.
I think it might be bear content.
Oh, yeah. Well, that's up to you, I guess.
Well, there's an audience for everything.
Well, there definitely it is, but it's just a matter of whether that's the
Is there
content that you're comfortable
is there
making.
a cigar bear category?
I am sure there is.
So
Try it for a week.
there's a theory
See what the profit and loss looks like.
that if it's ever
Statements
been
look like.
spoken out loud, then it exists online as a form of erotica. So,
Well, it doesn't have to be erotic.
well, I'm just saying that you mentioned
just-
cigars
it's
and
just
bears,
fellows
then
with
it
a common
probably
interest.
Already exists.
Just a common interest fellows.
Well, those are popular things.
I can't search what you described
Why
on
not?
our network.
Just use a VPN.
Like you know how to use a VPN, Trav.
What do you mean? How dare you? How
You
dare
can't
you?
even do Instagram correctly. You can't change your
I
VPN.
did Instagram correctly most of the
Okay.
time, occasionally.
Sure.
You guys
in a
have another
while.
croissant over there.
I didn't. I just had the half.
Go have
where
the,
are- where are
please
they
go
from?
have the
Cody
almond
brought him in.
croissant.
Where'd you get him, Code?
It's a French bakery.
French bakery. I don't know.
Pinchwan, something like that.
Pinchwan.
When did you stop by a French bakery?
Right before I got here.
Just for fun, or is there a reason we have
I had
croissant?
It's
a call this
on-
morning.
What now? What'd you say?
Olive.
I had a call this morning.
You got to call at the French.
I took a school call
At the bakery.
Yeah.
So was that planned, or you just cruised by
No,
the
it
bakery?
was planned.
Hey man, I'm gonna
Hit
step by
me
and
at
get some.
Pinchon. I'll be over there picking up croissants at
was over Zoom.
8:15.
Hey, I hope you have those 3 days a week over there because you brought in some good stuff there. Yeah, you got to get in there.
I don't know.
It's good.
I love a good croissant.
Are you a pastry man?
No,
I didn't think so.
I mean Bell like Danish, so sometimes you got to pick up Danish. For those of you that got that, that's extra credit. Because Cody's like, who's Bell?
Yeah, no clue.
Oh boy. Anyway, so how are you with us all day today?
I hope so. I think there's an 11 o'clock meeting, but other than that, we got clear skies.
Okay.
And clean sailing.
Yeah,
By the
we're
way,
making
did it-
up a little bit.
Did it thunderstorm at your house last night?
Nonstop.
So the interesting thing is, I was here. I wasn't in my house.
No, we didn't get anything.
But I could see, like, on the ring that it was just coming down and hail and all kinds of stuff. And then I went, well, the storm has to move to L.A. eventually. So then I started to worry about getting to the train. The sun stayed in downtown L.A. So what happened? The storm came in from the south and then went back down?
I don't know.
Well, you're supposed to be a meteorologist.
Well, I'm not Fritz Coleman, so don't put that on me. Susan and I went for a walk when we got home
Susan!
from work yesterday. I was driving down, got a little rain on my way home, got there, put on my shoes. We left at, 3 o'clock or so. It thundered the entire time we walked for an hour and a half.
Susan, get me my rain boots.
Yeah.
I could see you, like, in the 80s when everybody had rain boots.
I'm walking the rain guy now. We walked. We did a nice little walk
That's
in the
great.
rain. It was
Trav,
wonderful.
Are you sure that it was thunder and it wasn't more of those explosions?
Well, and so now I'm thinking that wonder
Can you
if
put
what I heard the night
conspiracy theory
before
music on, please?
wasn't
In the
a
background there.
thunderclap. It could have been upon further review because I
Thunderclap.
was
But
asleep.
usually thunderclaps
heard that?
are not
I've never-
singular. Usually
You're
they
right.
are
I
multiple. So
usually
if it's
pay extra for
singular-
that, I
Never
think.
heard. Yeah,
You've never heard thunderclap?
No,
Really?
I've never heard that.
Emily, I didn't make that up, did I?
No, I don't refer to it typically like that, but I've
I
heard
think
it.
it's a term that's used for other things.
Like I
never-
said,
What are you watching?
if it's
Can I
spoken
tell
out
you
loud,
something?
it
Please
exists
also
online.
don't search that
Oh, I can't.
on our
Well, he probably has a
internet.
different
Not on
VPN.
conspiracy theory here, real quick.
I'm on GKB guest. You can search anything.
Oh
on
yeah,
it.
yeah. On GKB, guys, you're good. You're good on that. Trav, can I?
Thunderclap, a clash of thunder used in similes to refer to something startling or unexpected. The invasion of the Falklands came as a thunderclap.
Yeah, but there's a link to that goes somewhere else.
Maybe on
I
your
think-
computer.
yeah,
maybe
you
your
search a different
algorithm's
website.
spitting out different
Urban Dictionary.
results.
I'm going to Urban
Here's
Dictionary.
my
right now.
conspiracy. Here's my conspiracy theory, real quick, Trav. Stay with me for
Uh-oh.
a quick second.
Thunderclap was also a band.
There's also an Urban Dictionary.
Okay,
Thunderclap.
now that is a good band name.
Yeah.
Thunderclap. Okay,
I'm not going to read this, but you can imagine what it means.
send it to me to my Gmail.
Okay, what's your conspiracy theory, Al?
Do I have to use GKB guest for that too?
Here's what I keep hearing people saying. This is out there conspiracy theory.
Right.
Our weather's weird right now.
Oh,
Very weird.
here we go.
Why are we all of a sudden getting? It's not even like it's just sprinkling a little bit. It's almost like it just comes down. It completely pours, and then it's kind of just gone after that. And if it's hailing and thunderstorms where you are, and it was nothing in Pasadena yesterday, maybe like a light drizzle, and that's it. Same thing's been happening down in good old El Cajon. Okay, same thing here. What do we got going on? Is there? What part of the world is it where they're able to create rain? They're doing this in the desert out in
You're on a very different
Saudi
algorithm
Arabia.
than
I
I
think
am.
they're doing it in Saudi Arabia. There is, yeah, it's out there. It's out there.
What is it?
Like they're
What's the speculation?
like we're creating the weather, the weather.
We're playing God.
All right. Well,
We have
good.
the ability to create that.
I
now,
don't know. I feel like the weather is very similar to other places in the United States. I guess maybe just not
Weather
Southern
does,
California.
I
Weather
don't
does
believe
change
in
over
it.
thousands of years. It happens.
I don't believe in it, but
But you kind of believe in it?
this is an interesting last 30 days of weather that we've had.
So what's
Maybe
your
it's
point?
all back to Kate Middleton.
Maybe. It's
Yeah,
a
when I-
ruse to get the royal family back to their secret bunker.
I love producer M because she likes to prep Live Imaging Tuesday, like actually produce it. So it's not, I'm just not swinging in the wind, and I love that. So when I walked in, I know she's always ready. What do you think about Kate Middleton? I said I don't really have an opinion, but let's go. And I got the full debrief. Okay,
So
I
what
was
do you
ready.
think now?
I feel like I was in the Situation Room at the White
Did
House.
she show you the picture with
Yeah.
the red lines?
So are we saying Kate Middleton is like it's a final somewhere? Or?
I don't think
No,
it's
we're
a
not
final.
saying that.
I don't.
Well, well,
Well,
not necessarily that, but not necessarily that.
maybe it's a.
No one knows. Here's the thing with Kate Middleton. Like I said to you a second ago, Em, she's one of the most famous people in the Western world, right? If there all this speculation that she is ill and all these things, and that were not true, why not just have a picture, guys? I'm right here.
Hi.
And
I'm
close
right here.
up,
We're good.
clear
picture,
not Photoshopped.
I've been busy.
Holding a newspaper with today's date.
Here's today's USA Today with the California hailstorms
Right.
that are going on.
Of course.
But why not just do a quick, everything's fine. I'm here with the kids. We're all good. Thank you for worrying about me, but I'm fine. Why not that?
They are handling this so poorly because they need
Never
to understand.
complain, never confirm.
Never complain, never explain.
Explain.
But
Thank
the
you.
idea is that, like, oh, yeah, we're not going to explain this. We're just going to have it. Our public appearances are our public appearances.
I want to see them explain thunderclap.
All these things. But why is it that we have one video that doesn't really look like her that much from 200 yards away in a very grainy footage?
It's her.
This is not
100% her.
2000.
I think she got knee surgery. I think she got
Knee surgery.
Yep.
Okay,
Did
because
she tear her ACL
Al, I
playing
didn't
on the
show
fox
you.
hunt?
I
She
didn't-
got her knees lengthened. She got
What
them
are you talking
elongated.
about?
She got them elongated.
I didn't show you this image because
Okay.
people took an older photo of Kate and Will, not like old, but like maybe from last year, and had their height differences. And in this new video, the height differences, she looks taller. People don't just grow at that age.
If you had your knees lengthened, you might.
Exactly.
She had a growth
spurt.
Exactly.
Yeah, she had a growth spurt at 38.
I may
what
have
are
an
we doing here,
explanation.
guys?
I mean, I did too, but that was the wrong way.
Slee, you ready for this?
Yeah.
Remember you were telling me I get those light induced headaches occasionally? Mm-hmm. Here you go. In some cases, a thunderclap headache can be harmless and not have an underlying medical issue. However, since there's no way to know for sure whether you're experiencing a thunderclap headache, you should go to the ER if you're experiencing. Maybe you have thunderclap headaches.
Who gets you get the headaches or he does?
Al does.
No, I'll get these just random.
You
Because
could
of
be
the bright lights.
you could be dehydrated too.
No,
you drink a
it's-
lot of coffee.
it's
Make
like
sure you
a-
get your electrolytes, son.
It's my brother. Look at him.
Do you have blue light glasses?
You could be experiencing a thunderclap headache.
It could be a thunderclap headache. I want to spend more time on that, but I'm right now searching cloud seeding and artificial rain. Trying to get more information on that right now. See what the hell is
We're
going
getting
on in
weird
Orange
today.
County yesterday.
Well, it is a Live Imaging Tuesday after all. Don't forget, it's also going to be a Live Imaging Friday for this show. And I can do a Live Imaging Thursday, too. But Friday, we are going to be at the Pizza Hut in the city of Anaheim. I can't wait for this. The amount of pizza I'm going to take in. The thin and crispy, I've told them.
Thin and crispy's the best.
Prepare 5 pizzas
That's
for
the
me.
best.
Oh, my goodness.
From 9 a.m. to 2 p.m. One thin and crispy pizza an hour.
Please tell me you're serious.
Wow.
Well, he was doing the
I
hot
didn't-
dog thing.
I didn't say which size.
Okay. Little.
Maybe personal.
Yeah, okay.
Maybe we'll get to small. during
Is
it.
there a personal thin and crispy? That's
I don't know.
a game changer.
But we are going to be in the
We're
city
gonna
of
find out.
Anaheim. The
Yeah.
Pizza Hut, the dine-in location. So people don't know what this means.
Yeah.
Pizza Hut, our friends over there, are building dine-in locations. They've got so many TVs in there.
Mm-hmm.
You've never seen a pizza Hut with so many TVs. So we can watch the madness as it tips off. They serve beer there. So we can also get crunk at 10 a.m. if you want to. 301 South Magnolia Avenue, right off the 91 and the 5 right there in the city of Anaheim. Come on out. We've also got a 75-inch television. One of those Samsung UHD 4K things from our friends at Mir Audio Video in Westwood. So come on out, make plans. 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. You can show up at 9, and we're going to be hanging out after. The Pizza Hut, South Magnolia Avenue, 301 South Magnolia Avenue in the city of Anaheim. Friday, there's going to be half-price food deals, half-price apps, the $9 express lunch deal, and more. Pitcher deals. I mean, it's going to be so much fun. You got to be there. Madness Friday with us. Everybody's going to be out there.
How far from your place?
15 to 20.
Okay, perfect.
Go to Chris's after.
Yeah, we're going to Chris's before and after. And just a heads up, I don't know how much I'm going to be able to do radio-wise on Friday because I'm working the register, too.
I thought you were going to be preoccupied with state.
I'm going to have the game on my ear. I'm going to do radio only. And then I also got to cook some pizzas in the back.
First of all, we're doing that. We are doing that bit.
Well, we did that last
We've
time.
done it.
And
We're vets.
we killed it up until they were like, can you move to the side for a quick second so you
Did
don't
you taste my
demolish
wings,
this
Slee?
pizza?
Did you taste my hot honey wings that I
Yeah,
made?
how did his hot honey wing taste?
I don't think I had
Taste
it.
his wings.
You didn't eat my hot honey wings?
I thought you did the buffalo one.
No,
didn't
we
you?
did hot honey.
Wasn't hot honey the naked one that
Oh,
we didn't
easy
end
now,
up
easy
getting
now,
on?
easy now. It's a family
Right
show.
in there, shake the little box.
It was naked.
Bam!
No clothing.
All right, take us a
That
break.
was
We got to go out.
That
like
was a really good bam. Well done. D'Angelo Russell, Laker legend. That's next. It's Travis
Say it
Slee.
like that.
710 ESPN. And for the ones who get it done, Grainger offers high-quality supplies and solutions for every industry, as well as access to product specialists who have the knowledge and experience to answer your toughest questions. Plus, their commitment to being your safety partner can help keep your facility safe and your people safer. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by.
The most followed sports
10:18 on a live imaging Tuesday on the Travis and Sliwa Show. Let's send this song out to our friend Brian Beckner. He loves playing this song, yeah.
What's up, Brian?
Well, he also likes playing with the boys, but it's okay. Who doesn't? Especially on a
buddies.
Tuesday. What now?
It's just your buddies.
It is
Playing
just your
with
buddies. Exactly. Meanwhile, don't forget, we're going to be on the road Friday at the Pizza Hut. But Thursday, it is a Madness Thursday celebration. Party, party, oh party at the Islands Restaurant, Island Boy, in the city of Manhattan Beach, right here at the Manhattan Beach Village at the mall. So you can come, go into the mall like it's the old days, and then come on out, bam, eat some cheddar fries and some onion rings with us. We're going to be there starting at 10 a.m. with this show, then Mason and Ireland broadcasting live, then Shinano and Cappy for the afternoon. So make plans. I'd say take work off Thursday, Friday.
Why not?
And then don't forget to be at Pickleball Saturday. Spend the whole day with us, the whole weekend, the whole mishpucha.
The chicken tacos at Islands.
Oh, beautiful.
Cold beer. Maybe some chips and salsa on the side.
Okay.
I dare you not to have a good time with that.
Between Thursday, Friday, and Saturday, the amount of alcohol and calories I will take in is going to be extraordinary.
Are you just full speed ahead right now?
I think
Because I know you sometimes you're on a program, sometimes you're not. Where are we in the curve right now?
I'm just enjoying life.
Okay.
So I'm keeping it in mind.
Okay.
Things are, I did really well in January
Okay.
and half of February. Then things got a little loose, but it's okay. We're still better than we were
There
in
you go.
December 23.
Incremental improvements.
Are
Excellent.
the days, do you go, you kind of, is it a ramp up? Thursday a little bit, Friday a little bit more. Saturday, we don't know where Chris Morales is.
Well, I'll be hosting the pickleball tournament.
By the time the pickleball tournament's done, are you just, is it next level on
No,
Saturday?
I think Saturday night we bring. Here's the difference.
Okay.
In years past, Saturday night would be out of control. This time we're going to land the plane.
Oh.
We're going to cruise it in, and we're going to be healthy on Saturday night.
Okay.
You buying that?
No.
Come on, guys. By the way, we are also producer M is working on a letter that you could use to miss work on Friday. So we're working on that today. So you can send that to your boss and say, "Listen, sucker, I ain't coming to work Friday."
And have you started at all?
I got to hang out with the Travis and Sliwa show at the Pizza Hut in Anaheim.
Why wouldn't you? Yeah, no, Emily's giving that note that you had to hand to the attendance
Teacher,
office when you were in high school,
Yep.
telling you why you're going to miss a couple of days of school because your grandma was, retiring or something like that, so you had to go take a small vacation.
Her letter should start, "Hello, fans." Hey, fans.
Have you been worrying about the Saudi weather that we've been having lately?
To whom it
if
may
so-
concern, sucker.
That's right.
Oh, yeah, I like that. To whom it may concern, sucker. I'm working on a greeting, and you guys don't like, "Hello, fans." It's Chris
No,
Morales.
I don't mind it.
I don't like
I
it.
don't mind it.
Hello, fans.
That's Nancy.
But that's the whole point.
Yeah, but you're not Nancy.
I don't understand why you're attacking me about
I'm
this.
not attacking you.
What
I'm
did
trying,
Jimmy-
to, I'm
you should
trying to
start
console
merch.
What
you.
is up, everybody? That's what he used to do, right?
Yeah,
What is
no.
up?
What is no? That he would say that a lot, but he would open the show with something. Tremendous good morning to you. What is up? That's what it was. It was always a tremendous good morning to you. What is up?
But I want something
What do
that
you
works.
go, tremendous? What up?
I want something that works here, but also will work on stage at the Mandy's.
Oh, so this okay.
Hello,
Keep working.
fans. Get some merchandise. Get an OnlyFans page.
No, we'll see.
My 3 browsers that I have open right now. Cloud seeding in Saudi Arabia. Thunderclap. And Jay Billis, because I'm going to try to take his picks for our...
That you are trying to do the picks earnestly is funny to me. Look, you don't know anything about it. It's okay to not know. No one knows.
Did I win it last year? I might have won it last year. And if I did, it's
because you
of
probably
Billis.
stole Jay Billis's picks.
I had a couple. He didn't have SCSU going as further as I did.
Speaking of which, by the way, tonight the Madness is on 710 ESPN. 6 o'clock after Sedano and Cappy. We've got the first 4 game. Colorado State versus... Which team are they playing tonight, Em?
UVA?
Colorado
Yes.
State,
They're
right?
playing Colorado State in a play-in game that I want them to lose because I don't want to see them on my TV anymore.
So,
UVA sucks.
you can hear that game, the first 4, as the Madness lives right here on 710 ESPN this March and April, of course.
We're breaking that down. We have the assistant coach for Colorado State coming on at what time, 11?
I think
you
so.
want it, we can make it happen.
We have Virginia's softball coach coming on because we couldn't get anybody from the basketball team. But the softball coach
team
saw
probably
a couple
scores
of the
more
games.
runs than the basketball
he saw
team
a couple
scores
of
points.
the games.
The tournament's awesome.
Get
get Dan Munson on the air.
Yeah, well, I didn't tell my story. Dan and I had a very good day today. Chris, have you had the pleasure of Virginia Country Club in Long Beach?
I have not. I've heard about it. but-
It's a wonderful place, and Dan Munson and I.
This is the coach of Long Beach State.
The current and former coach of Long Beach State, because they fired him on Monday, and then they went on a run and won the Big West tournament. So now they're in the tournament, the big tournament. They'll take on Arizona in the first round.
Can you imagine if we get a 15-2 upset and they
We
take down
had-
those Wildcats?
One of the great golf course days that I've ever had together in Virginia. It was like not unlike golf course days that you and I have had together, Chris. Only it was with the head coach at Long Beach State, and we won this tournament in very nefarious fashion. It was tremendous, and we're walking out, and Munson says to me, "Did we just win that thing?" Yeah, I think we did. He goes, "We definitely cheated, right?" I said, "I don't know, maybe." And he said, "Yeah, no, we definitely. I think that's the last I saw him." And we both went our separate ways, and he got fired on Monday.
How's this
So
guy
the
get
life comes
fired
full
and then
circle.
runs the table?
They'd lost, I think, 6 in a row coming into the tournament. That's how. Been there 17 years.
Did you ask him about the pick and roll? Or are they going to do the backdoor slide?
The high pick and roll. I think he's a high pick and roll.
He's a high
guy.
pick and roll guy,
I
though.
believe he is.
Long Beach
The
State.
backdoor slide didn't
That's
work
a dance move.
in their last couple of games, so they took that out.
But you could do that against the Wildcats.
you could do that. You could
Anyway,
do
what is their mascot? The Long Beach State what?
They're Beach now. The Beach. They used to be the 49ers, but that's out. You
Yeah,
can't
they're
be
the
that.
So the
anymore.
Long Beach State Beach?
It's
Yes.
Beach.
Their job is beach.
Go
I think they're the
Beach.
Sharks. I thought they were the Sharks.
You got to pot up
that.
your
I
mic
think,
in
no,
there.
it is beach.
It's
I think
beach.
you're right.
Or hit it. Or do something.
Beach.
Is it working now?
Can't
Yeah,
be
but you still gotta pot it
49ers
up.
anymore.
Have you guys seen Barbie, the movie?
No.
No.
Because Ken's job is just beach. So that's them.
On
Long
his
Beach
W-2, it says under occupation,
Yes.
it says beach.
It's not lifeguard. It's not swimmer. It's
On
very
LinkedIn-
confusing. It's beach.
On LinkedIn, it says from 2019 to 2022.
Beach. By the way, we get knocked for not talking enough sports. Lakers won last night against the Hawks. Great.
Go off.
No, you go back to your.
D'Angelo Russell tied the team record for three-pointers in a season last night. He will break it on Friday or and shortly thereafter if it's not on Friday.
Lakers beat another 10 seed.
The Lakers had the longest that record had not changed hand for the longest period of time of any team of the 30 NBA teams. That Nick Van Exel was the longest consecutive record holder of any team in the
So
league
any
until
team
yesterday.
Let me
that
read what it
has
is.
yeah.
So it's Van Exel needed 80 games to hit the Lakers' three-point mark from 94 to 95, representing the longest-standing season franchise record in the NBA, according to ESPN.
29 years ago, which means in the 29 years since Nick Van Exel was a member of this team, the Lakers haven't had one better three-point shooter than Nick Van Exel in 29 years.
But honestly, can you think of one?
But that's my point. And the game has changed radically since
Yeah.
he played. So when Nick Van Exel was playing, the team would take maybe, 12 or 14 a game? Now the team's taking 35 or 40 a game. And for 30 years, they couldn't find a better shooter than Nick Van Exel?
I'm trying to
That's a
figure
problem.
Which
out.
championship team was Glenn Rice on? Was that
you-
2000 or
That was
2001?
one of the Shaq ones,
It was
right?
one of the first ones.
And that's the last three-point specialist I can remember
Not
the
as
team
good as
having.
Nick Van
Mitch Richmond they had for a quick second, but yeah, none of these guys were going to take.
But the
as many.
game, I'm not even saying it has to be a Hall of Famer. I'm saying that they didn't have somebody who could make threes at a D'Angelo Russell, Nick Van Exel rate for 30 years, despite the team taking 30-plus threes a game. That's nuts.
I think for 20 years, it's not a big deal. For the last 10 years of how much the NBA has basically said, we're firing up threes like no tomorrow, that's where that stat gets a little bit confusing, right? Forget, I get the Nick Van Exel. Listen, I grew up literally Nick Van Exel and A. Jones. There should be another three-point specialist that's on the Lakers that's doing what they're doing, taking
one
X
guy
amount of
who came
threes.
through 1 year to knock down a bunch of open threes in the era of spread the court, take threes, LeBron kick and shoot. They didn't find one guy that could make more than Nick Van Exel?
No, Rob
Really?
wasn't into it.
That's crazy. Look at the league. The entire league is predicated on guys that make three-point shots. None?
Nah.
Nick Van Exel.
Every guy that they've brought in, stop talking about Nick Van Exel like that, because I feel like this is a shot
Nick
at
Van
Nick.
Exel was teammates with Gail Goodrich. This is a long time ago.
I feel like this is a shot at Nick Van Exel.
It's
Every
not. It's
time-
a shot at
I-
the Lakers.
I know.
It's not a shot at Van Exel.
Every time the Lakers brought in some type of three-point, like Malik Beasley or Wesley Matthews or some of these guys over the last couple of years, none of them did anything for the Lakers either. So I
No.
can't even really explain why that stat exists, but
Part one of your
does
plan
exist.
fell into place last night.
It was a big part.
How many more do we have to go?
The problem is I think we might not have – there's another part of the plan that may not be happening.
What's the next part?
That's the injuries.
Oh.
We got an update on that.
You got
one,
an
too.
update on that?
Yeah.
All right, we're going to do that next. It's Travis Slee, 710 ESPN. But Slee, you should get out your phone and you should start going through your prize picks because you and I are part of a 3 million person group that is signed up for prize picks, the largest daily fantasy sports platform in all of North America because you can win a lot of money and it's easy. You can have your entries in about 60 seconds with just a few taps. You pick between 2 and 6 players and you choose more or less on their statistical projections. It's that easy, and you put that promo code 710 in, and they're going to match your first deposit up to $100.
Takes about 60 seconds to submit your entry. I'll give you a good example right here. Kyle Kuzma, more than or less than tonight
Less.
against the Houston Rockets, 22.5 points. You go less, I'll go more only because – no, actually, no, it is
You
less
know it's the
because they're playing
same
the
Kyle
Rockets.
Kuzma, right?
Well, he's going to take 38 shots, so you can get to 22.5 points. Houston actually plays good defense. The other side, Fred Van Vliet, more or less than 19.5 points tonight against the Wizards. That's going to be more because Washington plays no defense. Use our code. Take advantage of our code. Download the app today. Use that code 710 for a first deposit match of up to $100. That's code 710 on Prize Picks for a deposit match of up to $100. Prize Picks. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy.
Cappy, the madness is
All right, the madness starts on March the 21st, and we are going to be at the Islands in your neighborhood, Ireland.
This is my personal islands in Manhattan Beach, in Manhattan Village. My son, the great Jack Ireland, will be washing dishes and bussing tables, so he can't get you any free food, but if you need a clean dish, he'll be ready.
Excellent.
The Mailman Matt. Love Mailman Matt. He says, because, I'm looking for a new catchphrase. He says, I think you need to incorporate your trademark beautiful in your opening greeting. Like maybe hello, beautiful people. How about just good morning, beautiful?
I don't know if you'll learn like
I like it better
Hello.
than the hello fans.
You don't
Hello,
like
beautiful people, better than
good morning, beautiful?
yeah.
If you kind of do a kind of a little mashup of like a beautiful morning to all of
Slee, you don't
beautiful
like
day to
you
all
don't
of
like
you.
the thought if you have an AirPod in of me saying good morning, beautiful right in your ear.
Hello, beautiful people.
By the way, the great Aaron Palmer says he took Friday off like a proud American.
Yeah,
Let's go.
He took Friday off
That baby
so that
Aaron.
he could be at the Pizza Hut in Anaheim with us, 301 South Magnolia Avenue, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Aaron Palmer, you're a proud American, and I will share Pizza Hut pizza with you on Friday. I can't
He's
wait.
a real one. He's a real one.
He
for
is a
sure.
real one. Beautiful.
Hello, beautiful people.
What's going on, beautiful people? But I think I need the kaboom in there. Em, you're going to have to teach everybody where the kaboom is. The
It's
sounds
right here.
I
Meanwhile,
want my 14 piece plan.
Sure.
Lakers are going to make a playoff run. According to yesterday, they just needed 14 things to go their way.
So easy, so attainable,
So attainable.
not delusional.
And after last night, two things already worked our way. Okay? Number one, Lakers beat Atlanta. Golden State lost to New York, so Lakers now number 9. Number one already done. Now that could also change with any of these other games that are coming up. Number two, Oklahoma City Thunder number 1 now in the Western Conference. Minnesota number 2. Denver actually at number 3. So all we got to do is just stay out of Denver's bracket. So 2 for 2 so far.
well, in theory, you're going to have to probably see them eventually, but that's okay. I won't point
Eventually.
that. I
Yeah,
won't
we'll
point
worry
that.
about them eventually.
Okay.
That's not part of the plan.
Okay.
And if it is part of the plan, the season will probably end right there.
Ah.
Here's the problem with the third thing, Trav. Bill Ryder this morning. Sources tell CBS Sports that the Lakers players Christian Wood, which actually know he's going to have surgery. Woj broke that yesterday.
Okay.
Jared Vanderbilt and Gabe Vincent will miss the rest of the season. While Vanderbilt still could return, sources say the expectation is that will not happen. ESPN first reported the news on Wood. The Vanderbilt thing, we spent a little time on this yesterday. For a team that doesn't play any defense, and you have basically 2 defensive specialists, one of them Anthony Davis and the other one Jared Vanderbilt.
Yeah.
They don't have Vando.
Well, I said it to you this morning.
Mm-hmm.
You just need to get healthy, Trav. Then they'll be fine.
Well, that would.
Well, they
would
need
help.
Vando as part of the 14 step
I understand.
plan. Yeah.
They currently have among their starting 5, and really not even their starting 5. They currently have among their healthy active players one person that's effective defensively, Anthony Davis.
Yeah.
You're really not going to win a lot of games if one out of your 5 guys on the court is committed to playing the other half of the game.
And they punted on defense
they're
and
not
said
even-
we're now
they're-
just going to
they're not
try
even
to
trying.
outscore
D'Lo
teams.
is not a good defender. Austin Reeves is trying. He's not a good defender.
Yeah.
LeBron James has to pick his spots, and Rui at his best is average.
He's not going to be known as a...
I don't know how you can't say Reeves is a defensive specialist. He, with precision, can jump right alongside somebody when shooting a three-pointer. I mean, that takes a skill where you don't foul him. You just either jump
Reeves,
past them
it's not
or
lack
right
of
next to them.
effort. It's just he doesn't have the...
He doesn't have the horsepower.
Speed.
He doesn't have the speed. Doesn't have the horsepower. So,
And the king LeBron James shows you how to put your hand up 5
No.
feet from a guy shooting a three.
and point at the open guy.
yeah,
He's
and then
got that
say
one
there was
down,
and then
too.
there was a foul somehow.
There's a bad rotation. We had a bad rotation.
The shot clock was screwed up.
You're not going to win anything with 2 guys out of 5 that are playing defense. They have 1 guy out of 5 that's playing defense. So the point two, well, I guess it's point 3. You got 1. They're out of 10.
Yeah.
OKC's at number 1. That's point 2.
Yep.
But the plan broke down at number 3.
Stopped right now. We're one day into the plan, and it looks like the plan is it's changing in front of our eyes.
Not to skip ahead, what's number 14?
Well, I
Win
can't-
the
yeah, we
championship.
can't,
Oh, that's that?
yeah. No.
Oh.
But I can't reveal more of my plan until more of these things happen.
I understand.
Right. So right now, it's up to 7.
Okay.
But there's 7 more that I can't talk about right now.
Okay, you can't unlock it.
Yeah.
For fear of jinxing them?
It's just like Will Arnett in The Office, where he's like, "Give me the job, I'll give you the other 5 points."
I'm not going to give you my whole 5-point plan without getting the job.
Give me the job first.
Hello, beautiful people.
I like the beautiful.
Oh, what else you got there?
Nothing.
Going on?
That's it. How are you?
Good. I got a meeting coming up at 10:45.
I've got one at
I gotta
11.
get out of here.
Our friend Raider Rubin is going to be there at Pizza Hut on Friday. He says he's going into work at 2 a.m. to be off in time to make pizza, to make the Pizza Hut in Anaheim, 301 South Magnolia Avenue. Can't wait for it. It's going to be so fun at the Pizza Hut in Anaheim for Madness Friday with us.
I'm looking forward
Chris,
to it.
did you realize that San Diego State is going to be playing at 10:30 during
By the
our
way,
show?
I was wrong on the time by 15 minutes. 10:45.
It's the 5-9
It'll
matchup.
still work out.
It's the
It'll
5-9
still-
matchup of the East
5-12.
region. This says 9 on the board.
Then that's wrong because 5 can't play 9 in the
You're
first
absolutely
round.
right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Damn it. Carwell, what are we doing? We can't get a board right around here?
But
It's a
Chris,
1-7 matchup.
Aren't you
As
so
I
excited?
said it, I realized it didn't make sense, but I went with it.
You're looking at it wrong. It's right. Look at the team below San Diego State. That's who they're playing.
Yeah,
Oh,
they're 5-12.
Yeah, you have it right.
5-12.
damn it, Carwell.
No, damn it, Chris is what you're looking for.
This guy went back to damn it, Carlo.
But
It's a
you
5-9.
might,
It's a 5-12 matchup. San Diego State and UAB. So.
Yes.
you might have a repeat of last year where, I had a meltdown. You might see a sleeve meltdown, which is very rare. We don't see a sleeve meltdown like ever. So maybe it'll happen.
I'll throw the Comrex. I'll throw it across.
What if you just throw a pizza at me?
No, I wouldn't do that. Waste pizza like that. What are we doing?
I can't wait. It's
Can't
going to be
do
so
that.
fun. Be sure to be with us Friday.
So Raider Rubin said he's getting up at 2. Are either of you getting up tomorrow morning to watch the Dodgers at 3?
Well, weren't we supposed to do a show? I thought Greg and
Mason
Mace
and
were going
Greg
to
were
do
going
a
to
show.
do a show.
And they didn't do that?
Well, it's tomorrow morning. I don't know if you guys have
They
planned
may
it or
still
not.
be doing it, but they
Good
might,
morning, South Korea.
they might be doing it from just YouTube,
All right.
which would be the way
I
to
was
do
talking
it.
with Greg this morning. It does not sound like they have plans to do it.
No.
But Greg will speak to it himself. But you're not going to get up?
I'm not getting up to watch the Dodgers at 3, but I may get up at 5 to watch the Padres.
It's your Padres.
I may get up to watch.
So you want to catch the part that's the least interesting part, not the beginning of the Otani era?
No. I don't. I got.
Chris, you going to
3
roll
a.m.
out?
No.
To root against Dave Roberts?
I'm going to have my alarm on every time Cronenworth comes up. That's where I'm going to wake up.
Emily will be in Hawaii.
Yes, I will be.
Are you going to the Big Island?
Which one's the Big Island?
That's why I asked.
Hawaii is the Big Island.
Wait.
The Big Island of Hawaii. That's the
Okay.
name of the biggest island.
See,
is
it-
the
I'm
island
landing
of
in
Hawaii.
Honolulu and I'm going to Oahu.
I've been doing the Big Island bit for years with Travis, and he gets annoyed every time. It's so good.
Well, you were quick to
have?
point out,
Well,
right out the
she
gate.
Am I going to the Big Island?
You are not. You are
Okay,
going to Oahu.
Okay, great.
Is that close to the Big Island?
I don't know.
Oh. Can
How
you
much
walk to the Big
bigger
Island
is
from
it?
there?
A bigger
I don't
island.
believe you can. Not unless you can hold your breath for a very long time.
How about this too? So my friends who are getting married, the ones that are getting married, they live here, and their flight. So I was texting them, hey, excited for Hawaii. Hope you have a good travel day, because I knew they were traveling today. They text me back just like 5 minutes later, say, thanks Em for checking in. Also, our flight got delayed 6 hours.
That sucks.
6
so
hours?
now they're getting to Hawaii at
How do you
9
get
p.m.
delayed
instead of
6 hours?
6 p.m.
That literally ruins your entire day. Get delayed 45 minutes to an hour.
What are you laughing about?
The way you said 6 hours is the way you say other things. Never mind. 6 hours?
Oh. yeah. Don't worry about that.
But that's not a great way to start off your
awful.
wedding weekend.
Awful way to
for
start.
sure. But hopefully that's the only hiccup of the whole weekend.
6 hours?
Can you say sort of
What?
what it sounds like?
It's a scene out of The Sopranos involving the phone book.
We got to S this time. Maybe not next time. 6 hours. That stinks. I'm sorry for
Yeah.
those are the newlyweds?
Yeah.
Or soon-to-be newlyweds?
Soon to be newlyweds.
Yeah, that sucks.
I'm nervous about my flight tomorrow morning. I fly out pretty early, so hopefully no
what time do you fly out?
My plane leaves at 7 a.m.
7.
So I'll
So
get
you'll
to
land,
Hawaii
it's a
at 10.
5-hour, 12. You get there like 9 o'clock in the morning.
I get there at 10.
10?
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll get in right at
full
check-in
day.
time. I got a full day. I mean,
great.
knock on wood, hopefully.
You can watch the entire rebroadcast of Dodgers Padres from
Exactly.
Seoul, South Korea on your flight.
No, I probably will still be up because I'll be so nervous that something's going to go wrong. And
You'll
so
be
I'll probably
up. You get up in the morning. It's a 7 o'clock flight. You'll be awake, right?
Yeah, actually, I'm probably going to leave from my house like 4:30.
You'll be
Oh,
fine.
yeah.
Yeah, no, I'll
Third,
catch
fourth inning.
second inning. or
By the way,
whatever.
did they find the guy who threw the eggs at Dave Roberts? Because he should be given the Nobel
Wait,
Peace
what?
Prize.
I missed that. What?
You missed the video of somebody throwing
I
eggs
haven't
at
seen eggs being thrown at Dave. What
in
happened?
South Korea a couple days ago?
No.
Yeah, that was like people made a big bit about how I was in South Korea.
I think it was towards Shohei too.
Well,
Why were they throwing eggs?
I don't know, but that man who threw an egg at Dave Roberts should be given the Nobel Peace Prize.
Well, that video is an hour and 13 minutes. I'm not going to watch that.
It's like right when they arrived at the airport.
Egg thrown at Dave Roberts. Let's see.
6 hours.
Yeah. 4 days ago.
6 hours.
How did we miss the eggs being thrown?
Meanwhile,
at
while
Dave
you throw the
There
eggs,
it is. Yeah.
do you have
All
a
right.
read here? Or? I was just going to say you can read that, and we could set up for What's Up, Fool?
We got, hey, did you see, bruh?
Sorry,
Coming
that's a
up next.
different. What's Up, Fool's a different show.
Yeah. Hey, did you see, bruh? With Cody. Coming up next is Travis Lee, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason.
All right, the madness starts on March the 21st, and we are going to be at the Islands in your neighborhood, Ireland.
This is my personal islands in Manhattan Beach, in Manhattan Village. My son, the great Jack Ireland, will be washing dishes and bussing tables, so he can't get you any free food, but if you need a clean dish, he'll be ready.
Excellent. Well, I will be ready for cheddar fries, dredged in that ranch dressing, my favorite thing at Islands. And all the shows are going to be there. Travis and Sliwa, me and Ireland, and Shadano and Cap on March the 21st.
Games start at 9 o'clock in the morning and run all day and all night. Join us at Islands.
"12 minutes in front of 11 a.m. when you got no air, because it's a live imaging Tuesday." See the joke? To the Travis and Sliwa Show. It is time. What's it? What was it? Hey, fool, did you see? What is this? What? Turn your mic on. That it's saying Tulsa.
Close. They're saying what?
Tulsa. It's a different show.
What's up, bro? Did you see, bro?
Oh, it's hey, bro.
What's up, brah?
Hey, bro.
What's
Hey,
up,
did you
bruh?
see, bruh?
Hey, did you see, bro?
What's up?
Take it away, producer Cody.
Brah.
What's up, guys?
The man
So-
behind the croissant today.
So the reason why I'm playing this song, sorry, I want to slap the mic on the air, but
You
the
can
reason
slap
why,
it.
Slap it.
Slap it. 6 hours. Did you,
So the reason why we're playing No Air.
whatever
is
happened to
because,
Jordan Sparks?
She's a producer now, big time
Oh, really?
producer.
All right,
Yeah.
I apologize. Go ahead.
Daughter of Felipe Sparks.
Oh, really?
Amazing.
Yes. Remember Felipe Sparks?
No.
I remember from American Idol. So
Cornerback for the New York Giants and Arizona Cardinals.
why do you know that?
That is
I don't know.
deep knowledge.
I don't know, but I do.
I don't like that you know that.
Travis Rogers.
Meanwhile,
So the reason why we're playing this song is because this big story came out yesterday about DeAndre Ayton, the Portland Trailblazers center. So he came out and he was talking to the media, and they were talking about how he's finally getting a good start to his season.
Yeah.
Or, I mean, it's the end of the season, but finally, like, picking up his pace. He picked up a few injuries. But one of the noticeable quotes he said was that he was trying to get comfortable while being in Portland. And the reason why he said that he finally got comfortable was he stopped sleeping on an air mattress.
Yep.
So the most of
It's a
the
real
season
story.
he was sleeping on an air mattress to play right before. Like, he's an NBA, he's making millions.
He's
and
7
sleeping on,
foot something,
Yes.
right?
and he's sleeping on an air mattress most of the season.
That is insane to me. Number one, the number one thing that these guys talk about, LeBron has a line. Shohei talks about this all the time. All they do is sleep and eat and play. That's the way
And
that they
train.
recover.
oh, LeBron tweets.
And LeBron does tweet, but the sleep is a huge part of LeBron's recovery regimen. That Shohei sleeps like 12 hours a day or something crazy like that. That he's constantly sleeping.
Lazy ass.
That this guy is laying around on an air mattress
Yeah.
as a 7-footer. Try to find a bed that
Can I
would make
stop you
sense
for a
at
quick
7 feet.
second here?
Go
This
ahead.
contract, he's on a 4-year deal. How much money do you think he's making his total contract? DeAndre Ayton. Now, we're not talking
130.
Tatum or something like that.
130.
130?
Well, does the NBA have a deal with Sleep Number? Because NFL guys get the beds for free. So, I mean, I'm sure him getting a bed for free is not hard.
He makes 133.
Ooh,
Oh.
good guess.
Basically
Yeah.
right on the dot there.
Yeah.
Well, a good mattress,
mattress.
that could cost you $5,000.
Went to Portland where he needs to kind of like basically resurrect his career.
Oh, does he? You just said he has $130 million in the bank. Does he need to resurrect anything?
Okay, well then maybe that explains it all. If he's done and he doesn't care, that's fine. Take your 133 and call it a day.
Take your air mattress and get out of here.
You have an air mattress, and it took you. Lakers just basically, I think they
Yeah,
played their 69th or 70th game of the season.
Yeah.
Now is where you're addressing
Look,
it. How idiotic.
Can I be halfway serious for half a second?
Yeah.
Sure.
It speaks to an unbelievable lack of professionalism. Your body is your asset as a professional athlete. Your body is how you make your $130 million. And that you're sleeping on the floor on an air mattress is ridiculous. It is a middle finger to your teammates, your organization, to your fans, that you care so little about your own rest and recovery that you're sleeping on an air mattress. It's embarrassing.
He was talking about how he was saying, like, in other quotes, he's like, yeah, my body just didn't feel like my body.
Of
And,
course
like,
it
the entire
didn't.
time,
He's
like,
sleeping
yeah,
on it.
why
When
didn't
was the
you
last time you
figure that
slept on
out?
an air mattress?
Why are you pointing at
terrible.
Cody?
Why are you going at Cody like
They're
that?
terrible.
You think he's an air mattress fella?
You can't sleep.
Air mattresses aren't bad.
They're the worst.
Actually, no. You're better off just sleeping on the floor
they're the
with a blanket.
worst.
I do agree.
Because the floor will
is
give you
better.
more support.
Yes. They're the worst.
Air mattress literally is if you're, or some kind of mat is if you're camping out in the freaking woods. That's it.
Yeah.
It's the worst night's sleep of your life, and he's got $130 million and did it for 9 months. That's pathetic.
He's a gutless bum, Cody.
So, another thing in California
Kaboom.
is Flaming Hot Cheetos and Doritos could be banned from California schools under this proposed bill. So the whole reason why they're banning it is because there's a lot of
Just
dyes.
chemicals.
Wait a minute, you're
Yeah,
saying
just
that
chemicals.
Red dye.
you're saying that color
Just
and that
chemicals.
flavor doesn't naturally exist
Tastes
in our
good.
food system?
Tastes
Just
good.
chemicals.
You know,
And
I
it's
don't.
also just like in the vending machines. Like
Yeah.
these kids could still bring them into school.
So my
I don't agree with Newsom on many things, but this one I do agree. Good job,
My
Governor.
whole point is, like, does it really matter whether you ban them or not? Exactly like Emily said. They're
No.
going to bring them in either way. They're a popular snack. I don't understand. It's like the preservatives, it helps preserve the body. Come on now.
When you guys, let me ask you a question. When
ahead.
you guys were in high school, you had vending machines on campus?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. What was in the, were there sodas in the vending machine?
Sodas,
Yeah.
big cookies,
Right.
whatever it is. Yep.
All that stuff.
Donuts.
Did you have a ton of kids that were like significantly overweight in your high school?
Not really. I
Me,
don't,
me neither.
I don't remember.
Right? All my vending
Yeah.
machines were filled with donuts, Cokes, and Doritos. That's
so
it.
me
right?
and Cody were in like the post Michelle Obama
Yeah,
era
hot
where
Cheetos
they're all
baked.
baked.
Right,
Like,
so
they're all
baked
different,
and
yeah.
waters and all these
Yeah.
other. They took all the sugar out. Well, look around. Are there a lot of kids that are way overweight? Yes. They're going to get it. You're not going to eliminate it at school vending machines and all of a sudden everything's back to the way it's supposed to be. If you eat poorly, you're going to eat poorly. If you eat well, you're going to eat well.
Exactly.
It doesn't fix anything.
All right, there's
It makes no sense to me.
There was, I forget, I watched this a long time ago. There was a documentary. It was a country in Europe, one of the healthiest countries in the entire world, and part of these kids, as literally as part of like their classes, when it was lunchtime, they would help prepare the food in the cafeteria.
Mm-hmm.
They would sit down and have a real meal together. They would use the proper silverware if it needed to be used. They would clean the dishes when they were done, and then they would go to their next class. There's much better ways to do it. Obviously, we're not doing it the right way. Our issue is not just kids that are getting it from a cafeteria. I don't think that's going to change anything because go to any grocery store, liquor store, any of that stuff, you can buy whatever you need there anyway.
Exactly. And I feel like as a kid,
They are good, though.
They are
can agree
good.
to
That's
that.
like I feel like it's part of a childhood. I feel like these lawmakers are trying to like get too healthy. It's like let a kid eat some hot Cheetos.
I get the idea and the concept. That's just not going to be the solution for it.
And they're
going
good.
to get it anyways.
I'd like a Coke and a bag of hot
Exactly.
Funyuns.
Going to
That's
the
a
ice
pretty
cream
good
truck
day.
after school, getting an ice cream bar.
Tell me,
hot
my
Cheetos.
dad had a liquor store. I had
I
those
can
every
be messed
night.
with all these hot stuff. I'm not a spicy hot
But do you
Cheeto
like a
person.
regular Cheeto?
I do like a regular
Put it to you this
Cheeto.
way: the hot Cheetos no more unhealthy than a regular
Exactly.
Cheeto. They're
So-
all poisonous.
Yeah.
But they're
You're
delicious.
just walking around. You're like, the guys, no, I'm on a.
It's not like
I'm
eating
watching my food. I'm just having regular
Yeah,
Cheetos.
a regular Cheeto's not like eating an apple.
Let me tell you what I did a few weekends ago. Because queso, like the jar of queso from the store,
Pretty good.
but it's one of the worst things.
Of course it is.
I was tipped off that if you put a Dorito, a nacho cheese Dorito, into the queso, not just a tortilla chip, it was amazing.
I'm sure it
But
was.
think about
Cheese
the
on
chemical.
cheese.
The chemical. Well, the Dorito's not really cheese.
Okay, quote unquote, cheese on cheese. Quote
It was delightful.
Melted plastic cheese on plastic crackers,
Doesn't
and it's
matter.
delicious.
Yeah.
Why not? Who says no? Not me, not Chris. You would not eat Doritos and melted queso fundido.
I sometimes get roped into the Lakers media room. They have the freaking,
Do you go for that?
probably once every
You go for that, Slee?
probably once every 3 weeks or so. I get in
Really?
there. Yeah.
Give me
I'm
the-
shocked.
Give me
I
the
am
Silence of
too.
the Lambs music. You
I
go
am
for
too,
that?
but I see it every time. Every time I walk by. And by the way, it's right next to the salad bar. Why are those two right next to each other?
When Sliwa goes to the media room, he eats the melted cheese whenever he's told.
Like when Trav runs into
He
that.
does this when they play the Eastern Conference.
When Trav runs into that guy at the Hilton Garden Inn in the snack room. Hey man, want to come eat some Funyuns and drink a medium lukewarm.
Hey, we're watching the
Coca-Cola?
Lakers in my room. You want to come by? No, I don't. I want to go to bed. I want this road trip to end. I want this season to end.
Hey man, I got half a Snickers too.
Come hang out for a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's
6
not do
hours.
that. Let's not do that.
Shohei Ohtani will be an official Dodger this time tomorrow morning. What's going to happen? That's coming up next. It's Travis Lee, 710 ESPN.
Cappy,
All right, the NCAA tournament is almost here. Slee and I are in matching shirts.
Yep.
And you can come hang out with us at the Dine-In Pizza Hut on Magnolia Avenue in Anaheim on March 22nd. There is Dine-In Pizza Hut still out.
Listen, you eat pizza, you hang out with us.
Win.
College basketball going on. We're giving away a 75-inch 4K TV. Of course, we're going to be giving out specials the entire time. You know Pizza Hut's going to hook everybody up. What's better?
They have menu hacks that we can talk about. Come on out, hang out with us. Pizza Hut in Anaheim, Magnolia Avenue, March 22nd. Don't
Miss out.
that.
All right, Parker.
What's up, Greg?
Spring training. All right, Parker.
Jeez. Little Otani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, why are you looking at the camera?
I don't know. Let's start over.
All right, Parker. Dodger spring training.
That's right, Greg. Otani and Dodger blue.
Yeah, Yamamoto's here. Pretty excited about that one.
Tons of new faces. I mean, Kike's back.
Yes, it's great. Maybe we should talk about it on the ESPN LA YouTube channel.
I like that idea. What do you say? 9:30, 9:55?
Right, leading right into Travis and Sliwa. Get a couple guests.
Maybe Marcus Grant, Travis Rogers, perhaps.
Yep. Just have a bunch of people come in. Maybe Clinton Yates will even find his way in.
Oh, you know, you always want to have the handsome man president right there.
Absolutely. All right. Well, I think we should do that. We'll do it every day, Monday through Friday, 9:30 to 9:55 on the ESPN LA YouTube channel. Thanks to LAX.
On a live imaging Tuesday. Wow, little Van Morrison. Wow, look at Cody.
I've been on a Van Morrison kick, so I asked him to
producer
play
Ant.
this.
Good job, producer Ant. I don't know if Cody knows Van Morrison or not.
It's
Turn
just
the
15.
mic on.
Take it easy.
Oh, gosh.
I'm just saying, on the afternoon show, this is not permitted. It's very small market. Do you want a Funyuns and a Diet Coke?
I don't drink Diet Coke.
6 hours.
Don't forget, Saturday is our first signature event in the city of Fountain Valley, the Pickleball Madness Tournament, sucker. Be sure to go to ESPNLA.com, click the Pickleball Madness logo so you can RSVP to make sure you get a good seat. ESPNLA.com, do it now, and click the Pickleball Madness Tournament logo so you can RSVP your seat. Special thanks to our friends at Michelob Ultra. Michelob Ultra, 2.6 carbs, 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. I'm going to be drinking a lot of Michelob Ultra on Saturday, too. The Agape Pickleball Center in Fountain Valley. Be sure to be there on Saturday for our first signature event. Now, last year, I got to enjoy a lot of good QT time.
Yeah.
With Lady Slee and Rookie the dog.
Yep.
And you informed me.
Yep.
Also, what's QT time?
Quality time.
Quality time. I shouldn't have said time.
QT time. It's like ATM machine.
Anyway, and you informed me that that's not happening.
Yeah, it's solo Slee. This
What? No rookie?
no rookie.
I'm at. That's
What?
Yeah. What the hell happened? I was going to ask you
He has a
about the
meeting.
bracket.
It is a
Question
final.
about the talent. Like, which of the talent is
What do you want to know?
most likely to win this thing? Chris.
What do you want to know? Why aren't they coming?
What's that?
Why aren't they coming?
I don't think they want to go.
But you should want to go. It's going to be really fun. The pickleball tournament's going to be great.
It's a
but
good
no
reason.
Slee.
I mean,
Lady Slee, sorry.
Yeah, for
Get
them.
there like at
for
9. She's
Yeah.
got a day off. Enjoy her day off.
What is your strategy as far as you said you're going to try to play this week? Is that still in the works, or have you given up on that?
No,
because the
I'm
week's
gonna
getting shorter.
play.
We're on the road Thursday and Friday. That basically leaves today and tomorrow.
I'm going to play this week.
Or
Before.
you can play in Manhattan Beach. There's tons of stuff there when you guys go to
you know,
islands.
actually, here's the reality. Maybe I just play Saturday at 9 a.m. Like, get there a little early.
We'll go knock a few around.
Yeah, 10, 15 minutes.
We gonna have
That's
a few?
all I need.
It's like
We're gonna
riding a
have
bike.
drink or two?
Yeah, we are.
All right.
Yeah, we are.
Are we going to start in a good spot, or are we going to ramp
We
up
should
to a
actually
good spot?
we should just start. Like, we should just get going right
No, that's
out
what I'm
the gate.
asking.
Yeah,
like
'cause-
we play at 10. Okay, let's say our first official match is at 10.
yeah.
Are we having our first beer at 10, or are we going to be ready to go at 10?
Of course, remember the kitchen.
Okay, here's of course the kitchen. Here's my question for you. How long do you want to play for?
Come on, buddy.
Then we should be dry.
No, I don't think so. Because here's what's going to happen. When we are in the Gen Pop draw.
Yep.
Okay. Anybody that plays this game
is going to beat us.
Anybody that plays this game even once a
that
month
part is fair.
Is going to smoke us. Right? We're not going to beat them. When we get into the ESPN LA bracket is where we have to be a little bit more strategic, I think. That if we're looking to have this thing go for a while, then we probably need to ease into the other part of our
agree.
day. If we're going to go and we want this thing just
because
to,
the less
wham,
we
bam,
care, the further we're going to go.
I don't. Well, there's a tipping point, right? There's loose and shot making, and then I'm seeing two balls come at me, right? There's a fine line in between those two things. See, I heard what I said. Don't worry about that, Emily. Should I have said 3?
6 hours.
What has Chris done to our show today?
I don't know. Anyway. Did you see Ohtani's new logo?
Saw a new logo.
What'd you think? Because let me start with this.
Mm-hmm.
I love it, but I'm the wrong person to ask because at this point, if Ohtani came out with just the initials SO on a paper
agree.
bag, I'd be like, I love that.
Yeah.
I'm all in on Shohei. But I thought it was really cool that Shohei Ohtani, the first true two-way player in over 100 years, has neither of the two ways on his logo. It's him running the bases. It's not him throwing a pitch. It's not him hitting a home run. It's him running the bases. I thought that was an interesting choice.
I think you are right that anything he did, you're probably going to be into. This is a new logo that he's doing with New Balance. And I will say the fact that it looks kind of, sketched out. It almost looks like a rough draft. And that's what they went with. I like that.
It looks like it's animated.
It looks animated. I like that. I'm into that whole thing. The stance, or I think the actual logo is going to have to grow on me. I would, if you told me, if I saw him with a bat, if the man is holding a bat and he's kind of staring at the ball as he's hitting one to deep left field or whatever the case is, I'd prefer him with a bat, some kind of motion of his swing, something along those lines. But I also can't be mad at this. Like, I see what you're saying. I like the idea and the concept of it's neither him with a ball because he's throwing or with a bat because he's hitting.
Like him hitting a home run and like because he's got that one-arm high finish.
Yep.
It's very identifiable.
I guess that's what I want to.
But
if
it's
I pick
so
one.
obvious that, and the one thing that Shohei has not been is predictable, right? That he is very. Hey, oh, by the way, I got married. What? Hey, she's a normal Japanese woman. No, she's not. She's a 6-foot-tall professional basketball player.
But predictable is not. Predictable is. You said that would have been predictable.
Yeah,
but that's not a bad thing. I mean, Shohei Ohtani with his famous swing.
Not bad, but there's predictable and fine and what you would expect, and it can work. And then there's it's okay. Shohei's hitting but this one made you at least look twice at it. Like when I first saw it, I'm like, is he running the? No, he's running the bases. Okay, that's a little different. It just made you take a second look at it.
Like
for me,
I probably wouldn't have sent it around to people if it was that, because this was more a thing that I was like surprised about.
Yeah,
but it does look like him. It's not like it you couldn't tell it was
no.
Shohei, and also it looks a little bit like the NBA logo where Jerry West is dribbling and stuff. I like that it's not the typical like what the MLB logo would be, which
Jerry West suit
him. But I looked at the the product line that's going to be attached to this logo, and I don't know if you guys are fans of Uniqlo, like the brand Uniqlo.
Yeah.
It's very basic but like in a good way, like quality basics from New Balance, and it just has that in the corner. Honestly, I would buy these.
I haven't looked at the apparel, but just kind of going back to the logo itself, like when Tiger came out with his Sunday Red. It was like, that logo looks like it came out of a high school graphic design class. It was just so
But if you had
obvious.
an iconic Tiger shot, what is it?
It's the fist pump.
Yep.
It's
agree.
that thing.
It's a fist pump.
Yeah, but that little hey guys, Tiger Woods has new clothes. What should the logo be? How about a tiger?
Jordan.
Great. Awesome. How did you come up with that?
What if we did a mountain line just to throw everybody off?
It's just so predictable.
The Jordan logo, right?
Great, yeah.
And maybe there isn't, and this is what makes Shohei so unique. I'm okay with if they went with something that's more his iconic stance, whatever that is.
But I think he has an iconic run. I think he's so tall.
Here's
so
the thing.
Big.
He's the icon. It's not a moment. It's not a swing. It's not a pitch. It's not even necessarily him running. It's like, this is me. This is me in the totality of it all.
Yeah, but every icon we're talking about, they're all icons too.
Yeah.
Like that you can say the same thing about any of these icons. They are. Jordan, if this is a stupid example, if Jordan was in a defensive stance,
that wouldn't make any sense.
It wouldn't make. Well, no, but he was an unbelievable defensive player.
That's just not what you think of with him.
You're right, but that's kind of my point here. I didn't think of showing. Again, I'm not against it, but I didn't think of. This doesn't tell me that's Shohei Ohtani. That doesn't. This logo doesn't tell me.
It did for me, and like I said, I'm in the bag, so I'm the worst possible audience for this because
no, she agrees too.
Anything that he does, I think I'm going to love. This time tomorrow, there'll be a game in the books. There will be 0-1 or 1-0. Padres, same thing, right? Ohtani is going to have every eye in Japan, every eye in Korea, and every insomniac's eyes in the United States watching him tomorrow, right? What are our expectations? Like, literally, give me how many. We'll kind of go around here. And Emily, write this down in our good idea folder. How many home runs do you think he's going to hit this year, Al?
I'll go 43.
It's a good pick. Em?
The reason I'm saying this is because I think I want the theater of it, and I want this to happen, and I want to see him chase it. I'm saying 52 home runs.
52. Code?
I'm going to go a little bit higher than that. I'm going to go 58.
Buckle up if he
a
hits
little
58.
Higher?
If he hits 58, that I'd have to do some thinking here. Oh no, never mind. That's Bonds, of course. I'm trending more towards Al is. I don't think he gets to 50. I think would you say 43, Slee?
I said 43, but none off the Padres.
I'm going to say he gets 46. I don't think that you guys are calculating in. You are, but maybe not you two guys. Dodger Stadium's not a great place to hit for a good portion of the season. It's cool. It's damp. He didn't. Not at 58.
50.
Right. 58.
All the way.
58 is a ton. How many runs does he drive in?
What do you have, and I don't know off the top of my head. I want to look this up just to have some reference here. What do you have last year? Do we know?
I'm looking.
I mean, I think for him and whatever it was last year, it's going to be, so he had 95 RBIs last year.
Keep in mind, he missed a month of the season.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I think especially just because
and
of the
he was
team.
on the Angels, so who knows
And
who's on
the Angels.
Just because of the team protection in the lineup, chances to have Mookie on as much as Mookie would be on, I would say he's probably going to be around, I call it 110-ish, 110.
M?
What's so funny is I wrote this down when he first talked about it
110?
like a week ago, and I also said 110.
Code.
I'll go
212.
107.
Okay, so while you were lowest on the home runs, I was second. I'm gonna spike this thing to the roof on runs batted in because of what you guys are talking about. Mookie and Freddie are going to be around him a lot, which means he's going to get pitches to hit, which means there's going to be guys on base. But it's the other 6 guys in the lineup. Those guys are somewhere between all-star caliber players or near all-star caliber players. There's going to be guys on base all season
You think
long.
like 130?
That's a little higher than I want to go, but I'm going to say 121.
Okay.
I'll go 121 because I just think there's going to be so many opportunities. Now, he's got to stay healthy. He's got to perform at a high level. He drove in 95 last year. Is that what he landed on?
Yeah.
95. He only played in, let's see, I don't have it. He missed an entire month of the season. Let's see here. He played 135 games. So he missed 27 games. Mm-hmm. That's a lot. That's a month worth of baseball. You know, he would have got another 1 a game. That's a lot. That gets him in the 120s or near it.
We'll see.
Yeah, but just to play off of that, you're right. All he's literally the guy just has to start the season, and if he's in the lineup, he's getting 100 RBIs, and that's just
I
like
think so.
Just him,
Just be himself.
just him being him.
Okay, last one. I'm seeing 2 balls come at me. How many hits does he get? Just for a point
We're
of
gonna do
reference.
stolen bases too.
Oh, we're going to do stolen bases too. I forgot about that. He had 151 hits last year. Slee.
151 hits. I'll go keep in consideration how much time he missed. Oh, 165.
165?
Yeah.
Okay.
151 last year. I'll go 165.
M?
I'm gonna go with 150.
Okay,
Yeah.
Code.
I was gonna go almost identical. 152, I'll say.
I'm going up again because I anticipate him being healthy, and I anticipate him playing a lot, and he's on an infinitely better team where they're going to have to pitch to him because there's going to be guys on base. I'll do 186. I think that he's going to push a 200-hit season, which I don't believe that he's ever done. No, 160 is his career high. Steals, Slee. Steals last year.
20 last
he had
year.
20.
20 stolen bases. Ups it a little bit. Nothing crazy. I'll go 25 stolen bases.
30.
Code.
Freddie said how many he wanted?
He wanted a, like, what do you say, 60 or something crazy like
He
that?
said like 100, didn't he?
Yeah.
I'll go. What you said? What was the number again?
He had 20 last year.
20. I'll go 35.
15 for me. I'm going to go I'm going to take the under.
Why do you go under?
Because they've got he's not going to have to steal his way into scoring
risk,
position.
true.
They're
The
going
risk
to
of-
hit him around. Like the Angels, once Mike Trout was done batting, no one else was going to drive him in. I got to try
So
to
let me
push
go take a
things. I got to
chance.
try
Yep.
to get some guys in there. Lastly, batting average, Al. Last year, Shohei Ohtani's batting average was
304.
304.
I say he stays right around that mark. I'll go 305.
Okay. M.
I have 310.
Code.
307.
I'm going to go a little under. I'm going to say 275. I think he's going to try to hit a bunch of home runs.
You can tell.
I think that he's going to let a little. I was going to say something else that I know you would edit and take it out of context, Cody.
Okay.
So I will say that he's going to let it fly, so to speak. I'm seeing two balls come at me. Like I said, I'll say 275. So, Em, you got them all written down?
Yeah, I have them all written down. So we have Travis with 46 home runs, 121 RBIs, 186 hits, 15 stolen bases, and a .275 average. Al has 43 home runs, 110 RBIs, 165 hits, 25 stolen bases, and .305. And I have 52 home runs, 110 RBIs, 150 home run hits, 30 stolen bases, .310 batting average. And then Cody has 58 home runs, 107 RBIs, 152 hits, 35 stolen bases, and .307 batting average. This is ridiculous. All of these are ridiculous.
I don't think all of them are.
But just in terms of like who he is.
Any of those stat lines, if he hits any of those,
Yeah.
he's the MVP again.
It's
Then
crazy.
any of those, if let's say you are perfect, MVP, she's perfect, MVP, Code's perfect, MVP, I'm perfect, MVP. That's what we're doing. Like our general guesses are all MVP level numbers.
We should do this tomorrow for Yamamoto because that's
Never heard
going
of
to
him.
be much more difficult to predict.
Oh, no question.
Yamamoto is going to be, honestly, it's a guessing game for Yamamoto, and he's pitching game 2, so he'll be pitching not tomorrow, the following morning.
Difficult to predict is what position Netflix is going to put on TV coming up next. Stravis Lee, 710 ESPN.
Mason and Ireland. Hey, I'm Dave Denholm.
And I'm Mario Rees.
You know us from the LAFC radio broadcasts.
Now we have a new podcast called LAFC Plus, and you can find it on the ESPN LA app.
LAFC Plus brings you all the latest on the black and gold.
Plus, we break down the latest news and interesting stories from around MLS.
For all the news, fun, insight, and everything that is MLS and LAFC, join us on LAFC Plus.
It's available on the ESPN LA app and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Join us.
All right, the madness starts on March the 21st, and we are going to be at the Islands in your neighborhood, Ireland.
This is my personal islands in Manhattan Beach, in Manhattan Village. My son, the great Jack Ireland, will be washing dishes and bussing tables, so he can't get you any free food, but if you need a clean dish, he'll be ready.
Excellent. Well, I will be ready for cheddar fries, dredged in that ranch dressing, my favorite thing at Islands. And all the shows are going to be there. Travis and Sliwa, me and Ireland, and Shadano and Cap on March the 21st.
Games start at 9 o'clock in the morning and run all day and all night. Join us at Islands.
All right, guys. I don't know if you're as excited as I am, but the new season of the Netflix following one position in the NFL from the past season is out. It's going to be receivers. And the receivers include Deebo Samuel, George Kittle. Let me see if I can find the rest of them. It's Deebo Samuel, George Kittle, Justin Jefferson, Devontae Adams, and Amon-Ra St. Brown. Honestly,
they have 2 49ers?
And we're going to see them cry. I'm so excited to see them cry in the locker room after they lost, which is going to be great. But Devontae Adams, interesting story. Justin Jefferson got injured, so excited to see about that turnaround. And, Amon-Ra St. Brown had the amazing run with the Lions. So
he did.
Great choices, just like the choices of last year with the quarterbacks were pretty great. But
so just basically Kittle's they're just using as a receiver, just assuming so, right?
I guess.
Yeah.
I'm assuming it's just anybody who receives
catches a pass,
catches a ball.
Receiver starring Kyren Williams.
Right when she started going through the list, I'm like, what is this? I get it.
Why not put McCaffrey in there?
Right, I get it.
But that being said, I think it's interesting because, 10 years in the line, we're going to have guards? I don't know. Are they going to run out of positions that are available to do these, Netflix series off of? So we were brainstorming in our meeting today. We were going to go through all the most random stories that could be followed by a Netflix docuseries from Omaha Productions. All right, so Travis, why don't you start us off? What do you think?
All right, Cody, bring my music up for me just a little bit, please. Experience the thrill of going to a new team where nobody cares. Watch as they pitch innings 5 through 6 2/3 while people get beers. Ride the waves. They get sent to AAA because they have options left. Watch them lift weights and run poles before a night they may not even pitch. Experience the feeling after a big win when the starter, the closer, and the guy who drove in the winning run and are celebrated and get ready to be traded to Kansas City because no one cares you're on the team. Never before seen footage of the manager getting their name wrong. Good job, Bill. It's Steve. Whatever. Notice as young baseball fans line the seats trying to get autographs of their favorite players while you walk by. Never before seen footage of them telling their families they've been traded to Milwaukee again. It's Middle Reliever, brought to you by Netflix, starring D.L. Hall of the Minnesota Twins, Scott Alexander of the Oakland A's, and Jose Ferrer of the Washington Nationals.
Bro, you put some work into that.
I prepare my material, Slee.
No. You had a full pitch like that was ready to go. That was really good.
Netflix is down the street. It's in West Hollywood. I see that building all the time.
Copyrighted Travis Rogers Productions 2024.
All right, Al, what is your pitch?
Okay, so I got to be honest. Part of me in the beginning, and it's not going to be what Travis just did. I'm not going to be able to match that. Part of me thought of this in the beginning as a joke, and then I'm like, you know what? I actually would find this really interesting. And none of the leagues would allow this. It's not going to happen. But can we follow around a couple referees? Can we get a couple refs, and there could actually be questions about they're coming off a game. It's a big game in the NFL. And a play came down to the last second, and the referee, whether it went their way, they threw a penalty, they didn't throw a penalty. You know who we never get to hear from that gives us as much frustration as any player that's out there is the referees. They're never going to allow it, right? They protect these people like they're like I don't even know how to describe it. Like, we're not allowed to ever ask a referee why they did this or why they did that. It doesn't make any sense to me. I think that would actually be interesting. In the beginning, I was like, oh, that's going to be funny. I'm like, no, actually, if you find the right referees and there's actually some meat there and some juice there, I would watch. I think I would at least watch a couple episodes and see if it's interesting or not. Referees is what I go to, and I don't think it really matters the league, but I would lean more towards the NFL or the NBA.
Those are by far the two best leagues to choose from.
Coming July 26th.
You know why?
Referee.
Because the baseball umpires are really good at what they do. There's only a few, like Angel Hernandez and Laz Diaz are
that's what you want to see.
Well, you have to pick the bad ones. Right?
Yeah.
When they keep blowing stuff. And the fact that we know Angel Hernandez and Laz Diaz's names means they stink at what they do.
Okay, what if there was a series that paid these guys good money and they agreed to it? Would you watch that on those two?
Yeah, probably.
I think I would.
Yeah.
I'd probably still watch his better relievers, too, because I need some content in the middle of July. All right, Cody, what do you think would be the great minutia of sports docuseries on Netflix?
So Netflix has Full Swing, right? But let's follow the caddies of mid-golf players. You ever wonder what's the?
You want to get the caddy from Jason Kokrak from the Live Tour? That's your guy.
We want the caddies of Alan Sliwa's favorite golfer, Matt Kuchar.
That was my guy out there.
And you want to see, how they get these guys, like build them up and stuff, and like, hey, maybe this time it'll work.
That's right.
You ever wonder what it's like to be Shane Lowry? Well, what about his caddy?
But they get drunk a lot and go out for nice meals. Those guys look like they know how to have a good time.
Spend a lot of time on a golf course. It's great.
Yeah,
exactly. So I would do caddies of mid-golf players.
All
right. So have you ever wanted to know what it's like to be on a football team and have no one want to mess with you because their entire season may ride on your back? If they ride with you, they're rocking with you all the way. You might be the coolest guy in the locker room because you can save their butts at the last second. Or it could be those guys that just you roll your eyes as soon as they come out into the field. You're holding your breath. You're praying to God, please don't let us bear right. And you could ruin an entire season with one kick. Here we're following the kicker, including who wouldn't want to hear from Joey Sly? What makes Joey Sly tick? I don't know. You want to hear from Brandon Aubrey, the guy who played for the MLS, then came in one year and kicked for the Cowboys and now is killing it with the Cowboys? Do you want to follow I'm blanking. Who was the kicker this year for the Rams?
Brett Maher?
Yeah, you want to follow Brett Maher as what goes inside his head? You see these poor families. That's the whole thing. Is like you see these poor families have to pick up themselves every 6 weeks going to try out, or you see those guys that are just trying to make a team, that are just kicking all day, every day, trying to make a team. They get on the team that one time and they kick 5 missed kicks, and you just see the despair go on their face. So coming in August, the kicker.
I picture the last shot of your trailer, M, is the kicker in the back of the team play with like 30 empty seats around him.
Yeah.
He's just saying like the kick. You see slow motion. The ball hits the foot. It's spinning through the air, and it's wide left by 10 yards. Next, dissolve. Fade up, back of the plane. All the football players are over here, and the kicker's back there by himself.
Yeah.
The kicker on Netflix.
Who wouldn't want to see them at like the B-roll of practice where they're just kicking for 5 minutes and then go off and play golf? Like, who wouldn't want to see them just be isolated?
Is that not the weirdest thing in the world? Like when a kick at camp, right? Offense is over here, defense is over here. They're going through all their drills. The kicker's just over there kicking by himself, just off the tee, just kicking.
But then you
just
can also
kicking.
just
and
like
then he bounces. They just leave. They go work on their golf game.
Just like with the referee, you could see what their DMs look like after they have a bad game. They probably get death threats, and they probably get these things. And like, I'm just a kicker out here, just doing my job. But then you have the guys in your team that are like, I'm risking my life and limb out here to get it. But then you have the guys like Jake Elliott and Justin Tucker and Chris Boswell that are guys that have been there forever, that know who they are, that get it in every time.
See my DMs when I have a bad show.
Justin Tucker would be hanging out with Lamar Jackson,
Right.
and he's there with OBJ. Like, they're at a party.
If you
Everybody's
look
having
good,
a
you
great
play
time.
good.
They got Justin Tucker on their shoulders like, woo, woo, woo. And then you cut to Maher, and he's just on a metro going back to his apartment by himself.
Right. And you just kind of see how it's almost like Last Chance You-ish, where you're like, you see the guys that can make it, you see the guys that can't make it. I think that I'm selling that to the kicker.
We're giving away too many good ideas. We need Emily Productions, Sleep Productions, Cody
But
Productions.
receiver looks kind of good. I'm interested to see the 49ers cry.
You got to have the right guys.
Receiver/tight end.
You got to have the right guys.
What's up with that?
Cousins the right guy?
Tight end.
What's his face? Mahomes, the right guy.
Yeah.
Mariota.
And he was the perfect guy because he sucked and he quit. It was the perfect guy. Like if you just had a guy that went and they went 7-8 or whatever it is, 7-9, and went through the season.
And everybody knows him too.
He was barely able to get that job, and then the whole thing came unglued, and they benched him, and he quit. It's a perfect story. Factor Caps coming up next. It's Travis Lee, 710 ESPN. 13 in a row. 13 in a row. That's how many times Rotolo Chevrolet has won Dealer of the Year. by taking care of you, by taking care of me, by taking care of everybody who comes onto the lot at Rotolo Chevrolet, by making every deal courteous, transparent, upfront, so you feel good about it. Think about the last time you bought a car. When you were done with it, did you feel good about it? Maybe you liked the car, but did you feel good about how you were treated, about how the sales process went? My guess is you might not have. At Rotolo Chevrolet, that's never going to happen. That's not what Mike Capozio is about. What he's about is making sure that you have the customer service experience of your lifetime, and they nail it year after year, 13 years in a row. So if you've been looking at a Silverado, if you've been thinking about that new Chevy car or truck, no other place to go other than Rotolo Chevrolet. Right off the 210 freeway, Sierra Avenue exit. You can't miss it. That sea of Silverados, that's Rotolo Chevrolet. And if you can't get in, go online. RotoloChevy.com. ROTOLO. RotoloChevy.com. You're going to have the same great selection, the same great experience, all online. And tell them that Travis sent you to Rotolo Chevrolet.
Cappy.
Big news, Laker fans. John Ireland here. You can now stream every Lakers game on the ESPN LA app. Don't miss a second of the action with Michael Thompson and I on the call. Plus, all your live and local Lakers talk every day in the palm of your hand.
You're one tap away from everything Lakers.
You could even win Lakers tickets.
Download the ESPN LA app. And bam!
Download the ESPN LA app at the App Store and Google Play.
On a live imaging Tuesday on the Travis and Sliwa Show. Real quick, before we get to Factor Cap, which we all wait for, you know what's happening Friday. Madness Friday is happening at the Pizza Hut dining location in the city of Anaheim, 301 South Magnolia Avenue. Come on out, press the flesh with us, the Travis and Sliwa Show. It starts at 9 a.m. You can get in there and get that first Michelob Ultra pour, and then we'll be there all afternoon watching the games, eating pizza, And we've got a 75-inch television from Mere Audio Video in Westwood to give away, so be sure to be there Friday with us. Right now, though, you know what you got to be here for. It's time for Factor Cap.
Oh, that's
Hey, guys.
That's so cap, Dad.
Everything I've said is a cap, but I'm going to go fact.
First of all, it's not a cap. It's
No, it
just
is a cap.
Welcome to Factor Cap.
Hey guys, I
Hi,
can't
Em.
wait to see the impressions of me that happen over the next couple days as the producers try to fill my shoes for Factor Cap. But
That's
here's
right.
up first. So Cody this morning was very kind and nice, and he brought us baked goods again, like he did last Friday when Sliwa wasn't here. But here's my statement, and everybody but Cody.
Thursday.
Oh, sorry, Thursday.
Oh, yeah, that's right. You
I
were
was
on
here.
remote.
But
I
you
was
were on
on
remote,
remote.
You're
right?
on a secret mission.
So everybody but Cody is answering this question, okay? So Cody, turn off your mic and turn off your ears. All right, so Cody is sucking up to us. Travis, Factor Cap.
Fact, but I'm okay with it. You know,
It's
like,
working.
like if you're gonna try to ingratiate yourself with me, at least bringing tasty items is a great way
It's
to
a
do
food
it.
show.
Like if you brought in
Turn off your
a
mic.
bottle of tequila and some beers, then we'd really become best friends very, very quickly. If you start bringing in baseball cards, I'm gonna let you move into my house. So yeah, it's a fact.
Chris?
Cap, I think he's just a nice guy. Why can't he just be a nice guy that spreads the wealth?
Why can't it be both?
There we go.
It could be both. But I'm going to go with Cody's a nice guy. It's Cody, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Al?
I lean towards Cap. Now, I don't know if this changes if next week he doesn't bring anything. If all of a sudden now I'm like expected something to come in. Hey, he's a nice guy. He brings stuff in. But I'm going to go Cap. I know Code is just doing what's right. Now, maybe we might have to do one of these every once in a while.
Well, that won't happen from Travis.
Starbucks, tell the story.
All right. Okay, so I'm going to stay at the Alani starting tomorrow. And, you know, there's a big lazy river in the middle of the Alani.
Is that close to the Big Island?
Pretty close, I
Okay.
think. Yeah, relatively close to the Big Island. And you'll be at the Big Islands in Manhattan Beach.
Oh, beautiful.
Thursday.
Look at that.
But you enjoy a lazy river. You like to be on a lazy river. Chris, Factor Cap.
I've only done it once, and that was at Morongo many years ago.
Did you really?
Yeah. Fact. I mean, it seemed nice.
Okay,
I wish
Al?
I would have seen that.
Fact, I've only done it a couple times, and both times I did it, it was wonderful.
Yeah.
Now, I haven't done it in a long time. But
Where's the nearest lazy river in Southern California?
Maybe it's Morongo.
I believe there's a water park in Irvine.
I think
Is
has
that still
one.
right around Wild Rivers?
It's right by where the great park is now. And
Yeah.
I believe there's a lazy river there.
Can we
there was
do
one
a
in San
live
Dimas.
radio?
Oh, Raging
from-
Waters.
Raging Waters,
Yeah,
yeah.
they've got
Harris,
one too.
SoCal has a lazy river, so they got one as well.
That's not
We
close
do
at all.
A live broadcast
12.
from a lazy river. I would be all about that.
Okay.
Trav,
What was the phrase?
you enjoy a lazy river.
Cap.
Why?
Cap.
What happened?
Collective bodies of water
You're so weird
with
about this.
many human beings that share
Okay.
it freak me out. It's people stew.
Yeah,
It's-
that's why they have this chemical called
it's
chlorine.
human
Yeah, they have chlorine.
soup.
Got
Yeah,
chlorine there.
Who are the vast
Open your eyes.
majority
It
of
cleans
people
your eyes out,
that are
too.
in one of these things? What are they? They're kids, right?
Yeah.
What do kids do?
Okay, what if
they
it's
don't
an
get
adult
out of the
pool?
water?
It's a lazy river
There's no
adult
such
pool.
thing. There's no such thing. These are populated by mostly children and people who are drinking, floating around, and say,
Yeah.
"Oh, I'll be cool. Nobody."
So
will
you've never
notice."
gone to a pool at a hotel? You've never gone into a spa?
I'm not going to say never.
Or a jacuzzi?
It's very, very rare.
You're very strange.
What about
this.
your
I never
community?
knew.
You
Gross to
have
me.
you
I
have a
almost
pool there.
Never go in that thing. It's really gives me. But you know why? Because I'd say 4 or 5 times a year. That pool is closed because somebody
No, they're
air
cleaning
quote,
it.
had
This
an
is why
accident.
it's not a
not
problem,
cleaning it.
is
You're
they're
not listening.
constantly cleaning.
There's a
Type of
big
accident.
sign that says
Outbreak.
There was a biological containment in the pool
Someone
that
cleaned
needs
the
to be
pool.
drained and refilled. Not doing it.
Drain the
Hard
bad boy
pass.
real quick. No problem. Couple
I-
chicken tenders floating around. What's the problem here?
I've grown up in pools. Pools are great. It's a great time. Cody?
I'm gonna go fact. The only lazy river I've been a part of is the one at Raging Waters, and they have that little like fall. And as a kid, I always remember the water just splashing in my face all the time. So
Me,
good
you, Chris,
memories.
and Emily, we're all doing a little
That's
lazy
why
river.
if you use the pool like at a 24-hour or any gym, you got to wear goggles because if you open your eyes underneath, you'll go blind from the amount of chlorine.
You should wear goggles either way.
Well, yeah, you should. But the amount of chlorine that's put into these things, Trav, it kills everything.
Especially
sure,
indoors.
Great.
Yeah.
What if
How
you
much
just
money
got
would it
in
take?
right after a little junior who had an accident?
Do you understand how chlorine works?
Yes, I do, and I'm not willing to
It
risk
kills it instantly.
Then why do they have to drain the pool? Why
Well,
do they
that's
have
a
to
different-
scrub
That's
it?
for poop.
That-
Right.
Okay.
What have I not been clear about? This is what I'm talking about.
Well, that's because they want to get it out of there.
But it's in there.
It's like in the scene in Goodfellas. I don't care we got to get it out of there. We got to get it out of there.
Drain it out, put a hose right there, and we're back in business.
Yeah. Bam!
Gross.
All right, Trev. All right, so birds.
Get in there, Kates.
Yeah, Mark Cates, MC over here,
in
getting
there.
in some croissants. So Bird Scooter is going under bankruptcy, and I'm sure we've all seen them around downtown in LA. These bird scooters that just go impossibly fast. People wipe out on them all the time. They're crazy. So you would never get on a bird scooter. Al, fact or cap?
I think this is fact, guys. It's fact, especially out here. Like, I'm supposed to get around in downtown on one of those things. I mean, I'm if the floor is not even, there's a good chance I'm going to trip on my own foot. Now you want me on something that's going to go 15, 20 miles an hour? Fact on this, no thank you. I'm not getting on it.
Trav?
Nope. I can't ride a skateboard. I can't ski. I can't surf. I can't do anything where the platform moves underneath my feet.
Can I stop you? Lazy River or scooter?
Scooter for sure, because if I break my leg, I'm not going to get sepsis because I inhaled someone else's biology.
What are you talking about? They already drained the pool.
Chlorine.
You guys are out of your mind.
Chris?
No.
Fact, I would. First of all, if you go to the ones around here in downtown, half of them are in the street and are disabled. Like also, if you touch one of those, it's worse than being in the pool with contaminants.
Might be right on that.
Probably.
Yeah.
Cody?
Cap. I'm kind of scared of like scooters that, especially when you ride on the street. It's kind of scary.
But you have a pet python. You're not scared, but you're scared of the scooter.
I taught it.
They're fast too.
Yeah,
like
they're
they're
too fast.
oddly.
Yeah, exactly.
How were they? 20 miles an hour? They seem to go way too fast.
Have you ever been on the e-bikes?
Once.
Okay, so don't you feel like you're
It's like a motorcycle.
But you're in control, I feel like. I don't think I'm in control on any of those scooters.
I'm a hard no on both.
Yeah, those little kids in Manhattan Beach are driving those e-bikes on the Strand so fast.
They're super fast.
It's crazy. All right, so in celebrity news, Martin Short and Meryl Streep have been rumored to be seeing each other. They were seen together at a Broadway show, sitting together. They met on the set of Murders in the Building, and they have been quietly hanging out, going to restaurants together, having a good time, dating. So you ship them. Cody, fact or cap?
What?
You guys don't know what ship means?
No, we're too old.
Ship means.
Ship?
What does that mean?
It means that you...
A couple guesses. No, a couple guesses.
Oh, yeah. Guess what ship
what
means.
you think it means.
Relationship?
Yes.
Yes,
You think that
in
they
a
should be in a relationship. So if you're saying that
Tell me
people-
that's not what we did with relationship.
Yeah, you
That
ship
was a
them.
very
As in,
middle
like,
school thing for me.
I think that these two people should be together. I ship them. So, Travis, do you ship them?
No. Cap. Meryl Streep and Martin Short, you said?
Yeah.
No, Meryl Streep is like an American treasure. She's one of the greatest actors we've ever had. Martin Short's pretty funny, but he's goofy. She's elegant and regal.
And isn't that perfect? You have to have two different sides to be in a relationship.
No, I have a hard time closing my eyes and seeing them
Can
together.
you say the full sentence of what I had on the stream? You what them?
I do not ship them.
Great, amazing.
Yes.
Chris?
What do you do at that age when you start dating? Is it just about hanging out, or
Yeah.
you getting down?
You don't have to worry about other things.
You still getting down, or
Probably get down because you don't have to worry about other things.
They're in their mid-70s maybe,
Meryl
something like
Streep's
that.
got to be 70, I would think.
Yeah. Look at it.
Something like that.
Thunderclap action.
Jeez.
Alan, what do you think?
What are you doing, Cody?
Martin Short's 73.
And
You
Meryl is
created
74.
this.
I didn't bring up underclap.
Thunder.
Or the
Thunder.
thunderclap.
I said thunderclap.
Either way.
Good pull. Pull
That
from
sounds
earlier in
terrible.
the show.
Al, do you ship them?
I do ship them, by the way. You should be happy.
Yeah, fact, I ship them too. I definitely ship
I don't
them.
plan to be here when I'm 73,
Love is
but if
love.
I am.
And if they're finding their love in their 70s.
73 and 74.
All right. Yeah, I ship them.
So, yes, to answer your question, Chris.
Okay, so Steve Mason's saying Meryl Streep's married. I don't think she's married anymore.
Oh, here comes Mr. Pop Culture.
So we'll see if that's
According
there.
to
But
Wikipedia, she is.
I don't know. Well,
Dawn
maybe
Gummer.
she's...
They married in 1978.
Oh,
Okay,
no, I
that-
think they got divorced.
that changes
I think
my
that's
answer
recent
here.
that they got divorced.
Not according to Wikipedia.
I know because all her kids are Gommers. So if you see Gommers pop up anywhere, it's one of her kids.
It's spelled Gummer. Is it pronounced Gommer?
Does it matter?
Yeah, I'm curious.
By the way, Steve Mason back today at 1 from his vacation.
Yes,
Thank
Steve
God.
Mason can correct
Grace
me.
Thank
Gommer?
God, by the way.
What?
Oh, that's been rough.
Mamie
over there.
Gommer. A lot of gommers.
I ship some infidelity, even if they are, if she is still married. Do you guys want one more, or do you want to wrap?
Let's go one more.
All right, we'll do one more. All right, so
We'll do it live.
we'll do it live. Okay, so I think that we all kind of have, maybe we don't all have this, but I have this specifically with two groups of friends. I have one group text that is specifically called Oddly Specific Girls, and we just share back and forth some very oddly specific shirts or T-shirts that we find, and that's literally the only thing we share with each other. We don't share updates of our life. We don't share anything else. So one of them, it says, I'm a crab Rangoon lover, and it's just a crab Rangoon on it. So there's another one that says, God knew I'd be too powerful if I had regular bowel movements. So these are all these shirts that we share together. It's great, amazing. And other groups of people have that you share New York Times, like mini crossword, Wordle, all that stuff. Like you share back and forth that, and that's the only thing. So you have a group text that doesn't actually talk to each other. It just shares something non-text related to each other. Cody, fact or cap?
I'm gonna go kind of fact, kind of cap. I mean, during the postseason run during the MLB season, me, Graham, and Parker were part of this Phillies fan club just because the Phillies were in the postseason, and I forgot who they were playing.
The Diamondbacks.
Right? Yeah, so they were playing the Diamondbacks, and we didn't want them to win, so we were rooting for the Phillies. And Graham would send us like something like Castellanos just hit a home run, and we were just like, go get all hyped, and then it like died like a month later.
I would consider like sharing gifts, sharing all that stuff.
Yeah.
That. Trav?
No,
I think you're in cap. Is it the baseball thing?
Yeah, with Beto, you guys share.
No, but Beto and I also talk to each other.
But I would consider that, if you share that, do you share it every day?
Yeah, just about.
Okay, I'll count that as
okay.
This. Yeah.
But we also just text each other when we'll communicate with one another, non-baseball, Immaculate Grid related.
Is anybody else in that, or is it just you two?
Just the two of us.
Okay, no, it's different.
What about our group text? I only check in. It only has activity when the Lakers are getting blown out of the Rams.
Or the Dodgers blow a playoff game.
Jigsaw gift?
The jigsaw.
I just send the
Every time
jigsaw.
I see that, I'm
I
like,
just send the jigsaw.
Either the Rams lost, the Dodgers lost, or the
We
Lakers
don't talk
lost.
yet otherwise.
Amazing.
In that group text.
All right, so Al, what do you think?
No, I lean more towards cap only because there are random kind of text threads that are out there, but there's also some kind of dialogue or conversation as well. The way you described it, it sounds like it's just that, so I'm more cap on that.
And these are like my best friends from college, and we say I'll show you guys some in the break because they're not appropriate for air.
Breaking news: Don Gomer and Meryl Streep have been separated, according to Wikipedia, for more than 6 years.
Let's go! So Martin Short, Meryl Streep, let's go. We're shipping them.
But they're not divorced. They are separated for
Listen,
a 6 year
it's
period.
okay.
They are an OTP.
What?
A one true pair.
Oh, I thought that was something else.
Me too.
The Rams had a bad offseason? That can't be right. Not a chance. That's next. It's Travis Lee, 710 ESPN.
I'm attorney Darren Kavanoki.
All right, the NCAA tournament is almost here. Slee and I are in matching shirts. And you can come hang out with us at the Dine-In Pizza Hut on Magnolia Avenue in Anaheim on March 22nd. There is Dine-In Pizza Hut still out.
Listen, you eat pizza, you hang out with us.
Win.
College basketball going on. We're giving away a 75-inch 4K TV. Of course, we're going to be giving out specials the entire time. You know Pizza Hut's going to hook everybody up. What's better?
They have menu hacks that we can talk about. Come on out, hang out with us. Pizza Hut in Anaheim, Magnolia Avenue, March 22nd. Don't
miss out. That.
It's in front of noon on a live imaging Tuesday on the Travis and Sliwa Show. Of course, when you hear this, you think of the ESPN television commercials about the Masters coming, and we're going to get to that in just a moment. But don't forget, almost as enjoyable as the Masters, our pickleball event is coming up Saturday in the city of Fountain Valley. Pickleball Madness Tournament. Go to ESPNLA.com, click the logo, Pickleball Madness, and RSVP so you can be there in the crowd and join us for a fun Saturday afternoon. Special thanks to our friends at Sunday Swagger. We're all going to be wearing Sunday Swagger on Saturday because it's ESPN LA's favorite polo company, as you know. I'm wearing some today. And Sunday Swagger is also the official polo of Major League Pickleball. And I've been scrolling on the IG. At Sunday Swagger, they just dropped a little tease for their Masters clothes coming out. And I can't wait. They look really good. So they're a little Augusta treat.
Okay.
Coming from our friends at Sunday Swagger. Speaking of Augusta.
Yeah.
The menu has been released by the great winner from last year's. Gosh, I miss watching John Rahm play golf.
He's awesome.
Now that he's playing for Liv.
He's awesome. He's one of the 2 or 3 best players in the world, only now you never get to see him play.
Never get to see him.
Other than...
It is, but
it's hard to find, and he's playing goofy courses against guys that don't matter. He's going to play in 4 tournaments that matter. The 4 majors. That's it.
By the way, SundaySwagger.com. Here's the issue for Liv. I've tried to watch it. And I know this makes me seem like a real snooty guy, golfer. I can't stand watching them in shorts. It bothers me. You know I play only in pants.
Yeah.
Because I take it official.
You feel the turn.
Yeah,
you told me that one time.
Well, no, the pants. Nobody's watching it, right?
The pants help my body feel where I need to turn. If that makes sense in my golf swing. But that's my personal golf swing. Anyway, I can't watch them play in shorts. So that's part of the Liv thing. Also, all the graphics.
It's not a good product.
Much like the PGA now, unfortunately.
They had a good one this last weekend. That helped a lot. They had a really good
somebody
event.
told them, hey, can we get Scotty Scheffler to grow an insane beard? Because that might help us.
He looks a little bit like Rahm with the beard.
It's amazing. Maybe if you close your eyes, you might think it's John Rahm. The guy never had a beard ever.
No. So he grew that beard fast.
Oh, listen, they made sure.
They maybe like shoe polished in the patches.
It looks so amazing.
It looked good.
Yeah.
I know you guys weren't going to this, but I'm going to lob it in anyways.
Well, we're about to get to the Masters now.
Just before you
the
do
menu
that,
for
what's
John
the
Rahm,
deal?
though.
Live PGA. I thought that was like
it basically was an agreement that they wouldn't sue each other. Yes. That's all it was.
They're allegedly getting closer, although they've been saying that for a year. Yeah, nothing's really happened.
All right, so basically we're just splitting the leagues.
Can you give me the Masters theme in there, Cody, when you get a second? When we unveil the menu. It's
pretty
and
good
we
menu.
think of the azaleas.
It's a pretty good menu.
And the sign that spring has come when the Masters begins. Yes. Hello, friends. See, I can use hello, friends there.
Hello, Billy.
It's time to give out one of those little green jackets to our amateur.
John Rahm has decided to give us a Spanish tasting menu. On that Spanish tasting menu is Iberico ham. You may know it better as acorn-fed Iberian ham cured pork loin. For those of us in the South, we prefer Virginia ham. You can also have chistorra con patata. That's called spicy Basque chorizo with potato. Down here, we call that succotash. My name is Billy Payne. Also, on the tapas menu is something called Adizinabal con trufa. That's black truffle. Well, let's just skip that one. Also, Mama Rahm's classic lentil stew. That sounds like what I think it is. Also, tortillas de patatas. I'm Billy Payne. That's Spanish omelet. That's eggs there, Rahm. Onions, confit potatoes. What are we running around here? Golf tournament? Or some sort of crazy golf tournament with a dinner? Also, ensalada de tuxaguro. What? I'm Billy Payne. Potatoes again. Why don't we fry some of them taters? Also, for your main course, golfing players, you can have the chuletan a la parrilla, which is ribeye steak. I know what that is. And robala a pil pil. That's turbo. Now, that's not a fancy car like you players drive. That's a fish. All served in honor of Senor Rahm. I'm Billy Payne.
Yeah, the Champions Dinner is what, Monday night?
I think so.
Or is it Tuesday night?
I don't know.
It's one of those.
One of those.
My favorite is, I'm Billy Payne.
My favorite is, what?
Well, I know what Billy Payne's favorite was, and it was the the black truffles. He doesn't like truffles. They're very powerful taste.
I am calling I want to see Rahm either go back-to-back or Brooks, because don't you just want Jenna Sims and Brooks running around at Augusta?
Yes, I do.
That will torment them forever.
So anybody in Live can play in the majors now, or in the 4 majors.
So
not the U.S. Open.
Here's
what
it is.
They can play in the U.S. Open.
The majors are not run by the PGA Tour. None of the majors are governed by the PGA Tour. The Masters is run by those guys.
Yeah.
They can do whatever the hell they want.
Literally.
They've decided they'll do whatever they want, full stop. The British Open, the Open Championship, is run by the RNA. They've decided the guys can play. The U.S. Open is run by the USGA. They've decided those guys that are qualified can play, and if they have to go through qualifiers, they're welcome to play. And the PGA Championship is run by the PGA of America, not the PGA Tour. Those are separate entities, so they can invite whoever they want. So the only ones they don't get to play in are all the ones that we're kind of not watching anyway.
Well, that's not. Come on, the players,
the
Genesis. We missed some people being at the Genesis.
There are
last year.
3 tournaments that aren't majors that matter. You named 2 of them, and the other one is probably Jack's event.
Right. So they're getting paid the Live money, but still get to play in basically the tournaments that also matter.
Well, that was always going to be the case.
Some of them, not all of them. You have to qualify for these tournaments.
And everybody thought that was going to be the case, but Augusta 2 years ago was the tricky one because people thought, would Augusta toe the PGA line? And they didn't because they wanted people to watch.
Of course. So there's all right.
So let's go Brooksy or let's go John Rahm, back-to-back green jackets. Have we had anybody since Tiger won back-to-back?
I don't think so.
No.
I don't think so. If John Rahm goes back-to-back, Pakilo Peppers will be on the menu in 2025. I miss Billy. Billy was the best. What? How do you like Billy Payne, Slee?
I like the voice.
I've done it. It's not my first time. Oh, look. We're going to see some Nick Van Exel highlights when he set the 3-point record 30 years ago. That got tied last night. We'll get into that next. Travis Lee, 710 ESPN.
Mason and Ireland.
You guys.
On a live Imaging Tuesday on the Travis and Sliwa Show. I can't go for that, but I can go for more of the Travis's Billy Payne. That was awesome. If you missed it 3 minutes ago, be sure to go on the podcast later.
It's fun to do.
Eddie Carrillo on Twitter says, I need to hear Billy Payne say 6 hours. That's a bit from earlier in the show.
6 hours?
Hours?
Well, I don't know about no 6 hours.
By the way, I'm trying to figure out a new catchphrase to say hello, like hello friends. I wanted hello fans, but you guys didn't like that. And people like Mailman Matt on Twitter said we should do the use the beautiful, one of my catchphrases.
I think he's on to something.
Hello, beautiful people. Nah, it's tough. It's a tough segue. It's like when Casey Kasem had to come out of that up-tempo number and talk about a dog dying.
Dead dog. And what about that other thing? Why were I like how it just
Where's the pictures?
Launched him into all of his grievances that he'd been holding on to for several months.
Sedano's calling to complain about something. I'm sure. I'm on the air. You want to say
What's
hi to
up,
Travis
George?
and Sliwa?
What's going on?
No, I'm just calling to get a better idea of what we're doing.
Okay, I'll have the marketing team call you. All right, I'll call you back. He sounds annoyed. I gotta.
Did he not hear Billy Payne?
I don't know.
Maybe that's what he was asking about.
Maybe.
Billy Payne sounds a lot like he would fit in really well with the murder episode of The Office. It's like, there's been a murder.
Yeah, Billy would be accusing a lot of people.
Yes.
And I bet you could guess who.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
Billy was great.
So the madness is here. By the way, tonight at 6 o'clock after Shit Out of Cappy, we will bring you Colorado State and producer Emily's alma mater, Virginia, as they battle in the first four. That's at 6 o'clock tonight, courtesy of our friends at Westwood One. You can hear the tournament, select games, all tournament long right here on 710 ESPN. Speaking of the madness, of course, we've got Thursday live from the Islands restaurant, Island Boy!
The Big Island?
Not the Big Island. Island in Manhattan Beach. So we'll be broadcasting all day long, all three shows. Friday, Pizza Hut in Anaheim, South Magnolia Avenue, 301. This show, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Show up at 9:30. Stay till 7. Nobody's going to bother you, Jack. I'm going to eat a thin and crispy pizza every hour.
While we're playing?
Yep.
Yes. And, hold on, let me get the board here. Our brackets. San Diego State, the 5 seed in the East region, battling the 12th seed, UAB. And speaking of our brackets, I need to fill mine out. But you know who's filled hers out already? Is producer M. See her bracket over there?
You're done?
Her bracket board?
I filled it out. I took very good care with every single pick, and I knew exactly in my mind what was going to happen. But I have a repeat champion in UConn. We haven't had one since the 6-7 Florida Gators.
Yeah.
They are fantastic. And then I also have Virginia losing,
Got them
even
in
if they
Sweet
get out of
16.
this round, to Texas in the first round. My biggest surprise is that I think it's going to be UConn and Tennessee.
Wow.
How
in
far
the
do you have
national
San Diego
championship
State going?
San Diego State, I have them going to
Sweet
the Elite
16?
8 and
No, you can't.
Sweet 16
Yeah, I'll
losing
take
to
that.
UConn. Sweet 16 losing to
I'll take
UConn.
that. We'll be all right
Rematch
with
of the
that.
national championship game.
Yeah.
I'm taking Yale to go all the way.
Go Bulldogs.
They're going to run a very strategic, smart offense.
Not like Brown. We were talking about that yesterday.
Oh, yeah.
What was that? I remember
So they're
talking
up
about it. I
5
don't
with
remember
about
what
a minute left.
Oh,
Brown
right,
is.
right.
And then Yale comes all the way back. Brown takes the lead by 1, and the guy fouls with 5 seconds left, thinking that he needs to foul when they're up 1.
Brownie, you're
Yale
doing a
hits
heck
2
of a
free
job.
throws.
That's mid-2000 political humor. So.
Boy,
yeah, things got away from them. I know.
But I have Illinois going pretty far because they heard them on one podcast one time, so I put them pretty far in. But, we'll see.
How far do you have Virginia going? So
I have Virginia losing the first. If they get out of this play-in game, they're losing to Texas.
You have them losing to the Longhorns?
Yeah. Every time I trust Virginia, they fail me.
They lose.
So maybe this is the year that they
go on a run?
Yeah, they go on a run.
Meet Virginia, as Train once said.
Can I talk about this for a second?
We've seen a couple of teams come out of those brackets, Em, and get to the Final
like
Four.
UCLA went to the Final Four, I think, 2 years ago, maybe last year.
And George Mason, I think, came out of the play-in to get to the Final Four.
Those teams are not Virginia. Virginia cannot score to save their freaking lives. If they go down by 5 points, that's like
it.
a 30-point lead in
that's
NBA.
the ball game.
Like, that is the ball game, and it's like 5 minutes in. They can't shoot to save their lives. They can't shoot free throws. And so, that's not how teams win games. They can keep the other team to like 40 points because they play really good defense, and that's fine. But
Great
they
TV.
suck. Yeah, I'm finally on the Virginia sucks bandwagon that everyone else in the world is on. But then next year when they have a good team, I'll be right back.
They play a type of basketball that's not super fun to watch.
Well, they've had better teams in the past. Like the team that won the national championship, they actually had
They had
shooters.
an NBA player on
They
that
had
team, too.
DeAndre Hunter, who was a lottery pick, and
Yeah.
they had other guys who have played in the NBA and are still playing in the NBA at this point in time. They've had Michael Brogdon was a UVA player, Joe Harris was a UVA player, Trey Murphy is a UVA player.
Brogdon was from Virginia.
Yeah.
Or went to UVA.
Get the year. But either way, Virginia's had better teams in the past with offense. Their defense this year is fine. Their offense is absolutely trash, and so I want them out tonight.
So I know you in particular, Al, and I think you too, Em. You guys like the underdog aspect of the tournament, right? The little guy. Who was it?
Sure,
was it
yeah.
not St. Bonnie's? Who
St.
was
Peter's.
it? St. Peter's.
Peacocks.
That's right. The Peacocks.
Yeah, the Peacocks.
Exactly right.
That's the one.
That's the one.
They made the run last year. Greg Sankey is the commissioner of the SEC and is widely thought to be the most powerful person in college sports. Right? He's running the show, basically, both football and basketball. Quote, "We are giving away highly competitive opportunities for automatic qualifiers from smaller leagues." Tick, 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 tick. That means they're going to start squeezing these guys out, or they're going to expand. Because his thing is, we've had teams like UCLA, who was kind of in the middle of the pack a few years ago, make a run to the Final Four, that those middle teams are much, much better television products than these smaller schools that maybe they get in and win
Grand
one or
Canyon.
two. But they're clipping out some of the better ones. So the
Long
fear
Beach State.
is they're going to either reduce some of these automatic qualifiers or
in college basketball,
yes, or blow it out even bigger so you can eliminate these goofy teams more quickly. So instead of having a 64, you have 128. You basically
But it's harder to
double
have
the
a
size.
one shining moment then.
But that's what he doesn't want. He
No, of
wants
course not.
his
Well, they want more money.
middle of the pack, I don't know, pick a Vanderbilt, right? Middle of the
They
pack.
want Missouri to
They
go
want
far.
Missouri to
Yeah.
be maybe to be able to slide into the Sweet
Listen,
16.
I don't think I can
if you
take
just
any more
get-
teams in college basketball.
If you just get
Well,
Vanderbilt
get ready.
back, just get Vanderbilt back, everything's fine.
We
Sorry.
are giving away highly competitive opportunities
Plan
for
four.
automatic qualifiers from smaller leagues. If you are a Big West person like I am, that is very bad news. So instead of being the 15 seed, you're going to be the 30 seed because that's how it's going to go. They're just going to push you further
And
and
I
further
can't wait
into
for the
abyss.
1 versus 30 with
Right?
that upset.
It's crazy.
But I don't think there's going to be a 1 versus 16 upset because we had one last year and then we had one in 2019 or 2018.
Who was the one in 2018?
Yeah, that team. And then last year was Purdue, who's a 1 seed again, so we'll see what they do.
The ESPN LA social team is going to hate this idea, but we should do a one shining moment with like clips from the Mandy's and clips from the station.
Yeah.
And that's a great way to have that the next morning, our own one shining moment that promotes
You're
them.
right.
Because now we're out of pickleball, we're out of the tournament, and that promotes Mandy's 3 coming up in June.
Done.
Honestly, good idea. So just have like best video moments from this whole weekend. So
Yeah.
at Islands, I'm sure people are going to do some crazy
Island
stuff.
boy!
At Pizza Hut, we're going to do some crazy stuff. So let's just get some videos of that and then put it out promo for Mandy's 3. Right, Parker?
Yeah, when I'm on pizza 6, and all of a sudden projectile vomiting happens.
You're sweating.
I don't want you to eat 6 pizzas.
I want to.
Well,
Yeah,
he's going to get there. What time are you going to be there by?
9.
So 9 a.m. he's going to have a pizza.
Thin and crispy, though.
Yep, thin and crispy.
And I didn't say what size.
Nope. 9, 10, 11, 12, 1. 2 o'clock is his final. You kind of out by 2-ish?
Probably by 3.
Okay,
a
we
lot
got
of
7.
pizza.
We got 7 pizzas.
What is your
I'm going to go for 5. 5
Okay.
total.
Five
what's
is
your
good.
plan of attack for Islands on Thursday?
That one's an interesting one, Trav. I'm not going to lie. I've been known to
Because
be
you're there all day.
I'm a wedge guy, the BLT.
Good sandwich.
The onion rings are top notch.
Yeah,
the cheddar fries.
because you're going to be there for 10 hours.
The soft tacos, like you pointed out.
Those are great.
What are they? Is it called the Peak? Or is that something
No,
else?
they're North Shore tacos,
North Shore,
I
North Shore.
believe. Yeah.
Are you going to look like an island boy? Are you going to dress up again?
Yes, you guessed it. Cappy and I made sure that we packed our Island Boys outfit
Amazing.
for Thursday.
You guys
Because you
going to
know.
room together again in Manhattan Beach?
No, we've
Okay.
got East Central the next few nights.
Okay.
And then Thursday night, we're driving back to the OC together. That's the hand at the East Central Hotel.
Yeah.
You
Even
got to
though
tell us what it is because it's radio.
he was in one room that didn't have it.
So the
Right.
hand is like this
sculpture
that's in every room at the East Central. And it's a hand that just sits there in front of the
It's
window.
like an open palm.
Yeah, it's an open palm hand. And you could put your keys there
Put
or
anything.
whatever. You could sit on it.
I guess you could.
Can I sit on it?
Yeah.
Have you tried?
No.
Okay.
It's not really made
bare
for
weight?
North American cut.
It has like a weight capacity on there. It says X
It's
amount.
going to be look. The next couple of days, Thursday and Friday, are going to be a little bit of an eating challenge for me. I'm trying.
Plus, don't forget Saturday
too. Oh,
our friends from Pizza Hut are back out. By the way, no one out Pizza's the Hut. And our friends from Hoffy.
Yeah.
So we're going to do the
3 days. That's right. It's
and
a
now there's
third day.
2 challenges. I've got to do the video with you guys where we try to. What did we do? Did we race? I don't remember.
We
No, we
sausage
didn't race.
raced and we interlocked arms.
We
and
interlocked
sausage.
the
arms.
So
That's
we're
what
going
we
to do
did.
that, and then I got to do the eating with Cappy, of course. Mm-hmm. We share one. So a lot is ahead for me food wise for the bits.
You going to make it?
Oh, come on. I've been working my whole life for this. This is it.
The first 40 years have been a preamble
You've
to
been
this
waiting
moment.
for this Friday. It's Thursday, Friday. It's like the Navy SEALs.
I am in rarefied air. A few weeks ago was the greatest day I've ever had on the air when we had Yachtly Crew in the studio.
Amazing.
Now these bits, 3 eating bits in a row. This is like, it's like 4th of July weekend when it falls on that, like it starts Thursday.
That's the best day.
By the way,
Thursday's
this year
the
is
best
one
day.
of those, right? I think we're
Tell
going
you
to
in a
like
second.
Thursday through Sunday.
We're about to find out.
It's
4th
Friday.
of July is on a Thursday.
Oh, so that means we're going to get Friday.
Saturday.
Wednesday it really begins.
Wait,
'cause-
Yeah, 4th of July is on a
Wednesday
Thursday.
afternoon. right?
Exactly.
Once you get
That first Budweiser is going to crack about Wednesday at 1 p.m. on a golf course somewhere, and then we're in. So 5 days of barbecuing straight. And they'll roll me in Monday.
It's a lot.
Chris, what'd you do this weekend? A lot of meat.
Speaking of, Flavio's coming to the house on Sunday.
Are you inviting me over Sunday?
No, I'm not.
Oh, okay.
I'm not inviting any of you.
How
but
quick was he to say, I'm not at all inviting you?
We're having the senior parents on the baseball team have to host a dinner for the team, and so we're flying.
So we're available.
Slee.
We should get out there.
By the way, you're hearing the great Yachtly Crew in here. Slee, what would you do if Slee and I walk in like baseball outfits? Like I'm in an old Cardinals jersey for some reason.
The reason I bring it up,
I bring a glove, just the whole thing.
is if it's anything like when you guys came over
There's going
last
to be a
time.
lot left over.
Yes. So I could Monday could potentially be a little bit of a taco feast for us. Emily, when are you back? Tuesday?
Tuesday.
Maybe I'll hold off.
It's either
till
going to be a
Tuesday.
taco feast or beans and rice.
that nobody eats. I needed to make sure that I took care of,
By the way,
important things
last
first.
night I had to stop by the Northgate Market next to my home, and I've never eaten their tamales to go. Like there's big trays. I did last night. Incredible.
Were they good?
Our friends at Northgate know what they're doing over there.
What
the
kind did you
Northgate
get?
Market. I got a pork and a chicken.
Sounds amazing.
They were so delicious.
Were they warm, or did you have to heat them up?
No, they're in a steamer.
Ooh.
Steamer.
Oh, then
I mean,
you're
they're
ready to
right
go.
there. That made that air check hard to send now. We're going to have to edit out the steamer. Sometimes the bits get
You
edited.
can't help yourself, can you?
No, that's why Live Imaging Tuesday is what it is. Hello, beautiful people. It's Chris Morales.
That's better. Oh, that's
it.
good.
That's it.
That was it
That
right
was
there.
good.
That's the opening. Hello, beautiful people. Okay.
And I like you got to put your name in there too.
Well, that was the whole point.
Yeah, but you didn't do it the second time.
Well, the second time around. It's almost. Yeah, right.
Steamer.
Steamer.
6 hours.
6 hours. I got to be honest, and people find this hard to believe. The most fun I have on Live Imaging Tuesday is not with Sedano and Cap. It's not the when I have to be with the mercenaries, Mason and Ireland. It's this show.
With us?
Do you believe
We're
that?
honored.
I don't
Because
believe that.
producer Emily preps, she produces bits.
Yep.
She's got a lot of information for me when I walk in, like the Kate Middleton stuff today. And you guys have fun with it.
Okay, this is why I'm not 100% sure. It's because you were leaving us so early.
Well,
You'd hang out for a half hour.
because
and
we had a lot
see
of
you
as
guys
much of us,
at
that's why you like
12:45.
But we moved the meetings, so now you get a lot.
So
I
where
am
do the-
saying
where do
at
the
this point
meetings-
in time,
Where do the meetings land now?
when we Monday and Wednesday, when we decide to start voting, I am putting my weight, which is a lot of weight, as winning personality of the year, Mandy's too. You nominate Show of the Year, the Travis and Sliwa Show.
You're endorsing us?
I am pulling the old switcheroo and saying you vote. You vote with your heart and say Show of the Year, the Travis and Sliwa Show. Now, I may have to change that later on for promotional purposes, but
we understand.
But right now,
But for right now,
on March 19th.
March 19th.
Cody, pull the sound.
Yep.
Pull
Mark the
sound.
tape, Cody.
Flag the sound. Yeah,
I like how he said I might have to change that for promotional purposes.
we understand.
He probably tells us to every show.
It's a good
I
disclaimer.
can
say
tell
that
you
to
one
all
show.
the girls.
I can tell you one show I don't say it to.
Well, there's only 3. Right.
Just Lakers
I'm,
talk.
I'm pretty good. I have a question for you. So, Dodgers open up tomorrow.
Yep.
The Dodgers have
Padres
so much
also
talent.
open up tomorrow.
Who do they play?
They play the Orioles.
The Dodgers have found themselves in the position they're in one particular area. It's just a mystery to me. We'll get into it next. It's Travis Lee, 710 ESPN.
Steve Mason and John Ireland.
specifically on it that he
Ooh.
wrapped up differently. Look at that, Slee.
Oh, an In-N-Out ball marker. That's beautiful.
In-N-Out ball
Solid.
marker. That is fantastic.
I've been craving In-N-Out for weeks, and I just haven't gotten over that.
You should go Thursday
for breakfast.
No, go
Game Islands.
No, I could
Friday night.
I could see a Friday night.
Yeah, Friday night.
Because we still know that the trouble is coming Saturday at our pickleball event. So Thursday, 5 pizzas at Pizza Hut.
No.
Go
That's
home.
Friday, 5 pizzas.
Friday, 5 pizzas.
Thursday, Islands.
No, I understand. Friday night, though.
Yeah.
Go home, take a nap,
Yes.
not decongest, maybe that too. but
Decompress.
Decompress and digestive. Okay. Then
do some In-N-Out.
do some In-N-Out.
I mean, I don't hear anything. I
And
don't
like Lionel says, we could go all night long.
Sounds
Okay,
pretty good.
who are the... Oh, look at that.
Let's go.
By the way, he's so much more flexible now that he's using these headphones.
Yeah, well, exactly. When I have
You
the
don't have to
long-
deal with the other ones anymore.
The other cord
because
was
I
like
didn't
3
do
feet long.
I didn't do my hair today, so I gotta get the hat on, the Sunday Swagger hat.
Who's the talent bracket for Saturday?
Let's see. Well, nobody filled it in yet.
Okay, well, that one's not filled out.
I think it's based on how you do, right?
Yeah, it's first team out
Okay, wait,
becomes
but-
the number 1
but-
seed.
but-
Second team out becomes the number 2 seed.
Let's kind of figure this out here for a second. Who are the favorites?
On
I think
our side?
Trudell and Dave McMenamin.
No question.
Yeah.
By,
Okay,
by a
Trudell
mile.
and McMenamin over John and
Lisa? Because John doesn't play.
Yes.
But she's a baller.
She's a tennis player.
Trudell is pathologically competitive. Like he's gonna make it weird. He's gonna go so hard,
And he's got small feet.
compete
Those
so
feet move
hard.
fast.
Go fast.
They go fast, man.
They're gonna win.
Okay, how about DeMarco and Caitlin?
I think they'll be good, but I don't
that's
think
a
they're
good
the team.
duo.
By the way,
They're
I
not the
still
team to beat.
I want him DQ'd. He still broke our rules.
What's the rule?
Well, Caitlin Baker's our friend from the Rams. She
Yeah.
works with the Rams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's supposed to be
we love
station
Caitlin.
personnel. And I was willing to give him an exemption for Jeter, my new best friend.
Yeah.
Oh, you get her.
Okay,
best
so
friend.
wait.
New
Forgot about
BFFs.
that.
Yeah.
Trudell
Forgot about
isn't
that.
given a check
Trudell,
from.
no, but Trudell's part of the fabric of the radio station. He hosted here, and we fired him. But still, Dave McMenamin is a frequent guest. Has
Okay.
Caitlin Baker ever been on the radio here?
I believe I put her mother on the radio one
No,
time.
no, this isn't about
She's
Cindy.
around the radio.
Cindy's a great friend.
Cindy brought me wine. We're
Yeah, well,
close.
Cindy's
Yeah.
a,
Caitlin
she's
will
a
allow
la
us to
familia.
do some things with the Rams.
She's Cosa Nostra.
Caitlin's great.
Can I say that on the air? I hope somebody's not going to find me now.
Yeah.
But no, I want a violation on this.
The answer is McMenamin and Trudell.
So McMenamin and Trudell right now, if you're putting together seedings, they're the number 1 seed.
Well, they're the shortest odds. Yes.
Okay.
Well, you took a shot at Trudell there. Not
I
necessarily.
didn't mean to, but I kind of did. That's great.
How about Sedano and Cap? They've been playing a lot too.
They have been. Sedano's been playing a lot. I don't
They've
think
been
Cap
playing.
has. I don't think Cap has.
Let me ask you this.
I love how Sedano's probably taking it so serious. And Cap's like, yeah, I'll be there Saturday, right?
Beto and Funches. Funches could be a surprise.
No, not a chance.
You don't
I'm
think
with you on
Funches is
that one.
athletic?
Not
I lean
a
with you on
chance.
that one.
Travis got mad.
I lean you on that.
I'm not mad. I'm just saying you're wrong. I saw Funches try to catch a ground ball. He's not going to play pickleball. It's not happening. It's simply not happening.
What about
I don't know if
Wins
there's
and
anybody else.
Mason? Producer Winsy and Mason.
No.
They're just gonna scream at each other.
Yeah. Honestly, I think we're
Who's
in the
got-
mix.
Corporate
Okay.
Greg and Clinton, the big CY.
The Burgacy?
The
Yeah, that's okay. That's a good game right there.
We'll demolish those guys if we want to.
Hey guys, there's some big news that just happened. The
Uh-oh.
Rams just tweeted out a picture of Jimmy G as a Ram.
Let's
and
go.
I'm just really happy because he looks pretty gorgeous, and I'm really excited to see
I don't
him.
know how
on
many
Oh,
the
that
sidelines all
looks like the
time.
cover of Teen Beat.
Yeah, Jimmy G.
I don't know how many
Welcome
backup
to the Rams.
quarterbacks are getting a tweet from your
put it to
team.
you this way: if it were Carson Wentz, it wouldn't be that picture. And now that it's Jimmy G, it's no helmet, smiling into the
$1 million
camera,
smile.
$1 million
Yep.
smile. Jimmy
Can we
G.
have him at training camp for the show that
You
I'm
want to
there
put
for?
call artists? Put in a request right now.
Yeah, but I want him in person so I can shake his hand.
Yeah, Jimmy, you mind if we get a picture real quick?
Yeah, exactly.
There you go. There
I've
you
never
go.
taken a picture with anybody else.
I think, Slee, your question.
Yeah.
I think we're on the list.
Well, that's
do.
kind of where I was going.
Yeah.
Trying to figure out like where we are.
We're in the top half for sure.
So if there's what do we got? I think we said 12
There's
teams.
12.
12.
We're in the top 6.
I think we're a 4 or 5 seed.
Yeah, I think
Yeah,
that's
4 or
probably
5
about
seed.
right. And depending on care factor,
Basically up to us.
what is our motor looking like on Saturday, Slee? Are we showing up with
Are you
a
guys Kansas?
well, like do we have a LeBron James motor when he's there's nothing like it, right? A Russell Westbrook motor, or are we showing up with AD for the last 3 seasons minus this one? which is like,
You
maybe.
picked like all Hall of Famers. I'd prefer
Well,
you
that's
pick
because we have a talent level like
Torian
that.
Prince.
Nah, we're not that.
Sometimes he hits 5 threes in a game.
Slee. I mean, come on.
We got our asses handed to us.
We did.
By Travis
we
and Sliwa.
are the current trophy owners of this thing, so our level of ability is...
People are coming after us.
No, they're not. That's why we're in a good spot.
Every time they practice leading up to this pickleball tournament, they're saying we got to go after
They
Travis
put
and
picture
Slee.
like DeMarco has a picture of your face, Caitlin has a picture of my face on her paddles when they're hitting the ball back and
I have
forth.
an idea for next year's pickleball tournament because ABC is owned by Disney. Disney, we are all part of Disney products, and ABC owns The Bachelor. The Bachelor from this season, Joey, is a professional tennis player. And they always play pickleball during the show. So what if we got some
Joey?
some Joey here? Because again, just like Jimmy G, Joey would make me
DeMarco
very
probably
happy.
already called him.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. DeMarco, I swear, I'm very upset about this.
DeMarco probably already called him.
Very upset. Caitlin's great, but this is a disqualification.
They're going to disqualify themselves.
If they win, I'm DQing it.
DeMarco, they're going to be down in a match, and DeMarco's going to say timeout. He's going to bring the third
Pete Sampras. Hey, Pete.
The third-ranked pickleball player of the world is going to be on the payroll.
Nah, we're going to be fine. Yeah, we're going to be fine. It's just about how.
Just depends on our game plan.
Yeah, exactly. How far do you want to go?
Well, that's what we said earlier.
Yeah.
I don't think we're going to know until Saturday.
When Travis usually asks me that, it involves eating.
Well, that's fair too.
And alcohol.
Yeah. When we on the first tee, like what sort of day are we?
Well,
doing
that's true. What kind of day are we?
Are we going to? We're going to play golf. Or are we going to have fun?
Are we having chili dogs and Jack and Cokes at the turn?
I'm assuming 99% of the time it's.
The cart comes by and like, can we get you guys something today? And I'll look at Chris and I'll say, well, I'll have a double Jack and Coke. And Chris goes, okay, yeah.
I'm on
fine.
a big Jack and diet run these days. Tequila is not happening.
Jack's the way to go.
It's Jack, and
Jack is great.
you know what I tried on for St. Patty's Day? I got what's Connor's whiskey?
Proper 12.
Proper 12. Pretty good,
Green
actually.
apple?
Is it good?
Not bad.
Pretty good.
I
Really
like
good.
the green apple from that.
Oh, I haven't had the green apple.
With something light, like a light soda. It's nice.
Okay.
Like a Sprite kind of
was-
thing?
Yeah, like a Sprite or a tonic.
It
Yeah.
was quality, the Proper 12.
I've never had it.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was good.
Is the green
think-
apple like super green apple-y?
Well, I
Is
got
that
the
a
bottle in
stupid
my bag
question?
if you want to try.
I like that.
Oh, yeah, well, I know.
You want to take a swig real quick?
I think I know why Conor McGregor stopped basically fighting. When you sell Proper 12 for $600 mil,
Who did he sell it to?
you're good. Yeah.
600 million?
Yep. Him and 2 other investors.
Would he sell it to like Doers or something?
600 million. I don't know who they sold it to,
My
but
goodness.
I remember they sold it, but I didn't
6
know how much they
hours,
sold
I
it for.
600
So-
million.
Not 6 hours ago, but a couple hours, like last hour, we talked about our pitches for the next Netflix docuseries and the kind of the minutia of some sort of position in sports. And Betos 1099s tweeted out, he says, the kicker on Netflix, and it's just a Scott Kaplan kick from back in the day and him missing the kick back in the day. I would have loved to follow Scott Kaplan as his journeyman through the league.
Perfect.
That would have been.
He can host.
Yeah.
Yeah, he can be our person, hey, I can tell you the real side of what it means to be a kicker.
I can tell you what it feels like.
I would watch Cap if you just followed him along every day today.
That's true, too.
Just as every day.
Happy vision.
We doing Rabbit Hole next, Dan?
We are doing Rabbit
Let's
Hole.
do Rabbit Hole next. It's Travis Lee, 710 ESPN.
Steve.
Hey, I'm Dave Denholm.
And I'm Mario Rees.
You know us from the LAFC radio broadcasts.
Now we have a new podcast called LAFC Plus, and you can find it on the ESPN LA app.
LAFC Plus brings you all the latest on the black and gold.
Plus, we break down the latest news and interesting stories from around MLS.
For all the news, fun, insight, and everything that is MLS and LAFC, join us on LAFC Plus.
It's available on the ESPN LA app and everywhere you get your podcasts.
Join us.
26 minutes in front of 1 o'clock. I do look. Oh, you look wonderful tonight, Slee. Little Eric Clapton, the slow hand for you. On a live imaging Tuesday on the Travis and Sliwa Show. Don't forget, Thursday it all begins. The madness tips off officially. And we will be in the city of Manhattan Beach, the entire radio station. Not producer M, she'll be in Hawaii at the Big Island. But starting at 10 a.m., Travis and Sliwa Show broadcast live from the Islands Restaurant, Island Boy, in the city of Manhattan Beach, right there, Manhattan Village, across from a Tin Roof Bistro, right there at the mall there, the Manhattan Beach Mall, or whatever it's called. Anyway, we'll be there, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Then, Mason and Ireland, the biggest show on the radio. It's a home game for Ireland. I think you can walk over pretty much. Then, Shinano and Cappy, 4 to 7 p.m. And yes, Cappy and I may be dressed as the Island Boys. Do you know Islands Restaurants has a pickleball team called the Island Boys, and they'll be there Saturday at Pickleball Madness. Excellent. But let's talk about Thursday. Imagine how many onion rings and cheddar fries I'm going to eat. Do you want to watch? Be sure to be there in Manhattan Beach. We've got giveaways. We got Laker game balls to give away. Maybe some Lakers tickets. Just be there all day long with us and watch the madness at one of the best places to watch a game and one of the best places to eat in the Southland. Our friends at Islands Restaurants. Islands, your local paradise.
I'm going North Shore, Slee. It's happening. Just heads up. Okay. Keep your hands out of my basket.
It's fair.
There you go. Right now, it is time for the rabbit hole.
You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes.
There's no earthly way of knowing
He's singing.
which direction we are going.
Nothing can possibly go wrong.
Nothing can go wrong with our last rabbit hole with me for the week. And so it's not Kate Middleton related, but we'll get to me later.
Unfortunately.
Yeah. So we talk about what kind of internet rabbit hole, like weird story that we've kind of dived into in the past couple of days. So Al, why don't you start us off?
Okay, this one, Trav, this is more down your alley. And I don't know if this is just as much as you talk baseball in these rabbit holes, I don't know if my algorithm's picking it up.
Do you want to know Ted Simmons' stats again?
Yeah, I want to know. I got caught up yesterday on basically umpire meltdowns.
Umpire meltdowns?
Yes.
They're good.
They're getting...
Okay.
It could be a simple...
By the way, you have my full attention.
Travis got excited there.
I had a difficult time going off of it, but basically it could be a pitch that's borderline outside, or it's a bad pitch, and the player just looks back at the umps like, that's a ball, whatever it is. He doesn't even overreact or anything like that. And then now here's the ump wanting to just make sure that he lets him know who's boss.
Okay, of the umpire meltdowns you watched, were 98% of them Joe West?
There were definitely some Joe West in there.
It's all that Joe West does.
But there's even some of the umps were following the player back to the dugout,
Joe West.
Really just trying to get his point in. One ump had to be held back by the catcher,
Joe West,
going at the pitcher. You'll kind of find this, it's probably about 10, 15 minutes, something like that, of just all these. Very entertaining, very random. You get even more upset at the umpire for getting upset at the player. That's my rabbit hole for today.
Awesome, Trav. What's yours?
So I like yours, Slee, a lot. So this one started with our friend Josh Bentram down at Craft by Smoke and Fire downstairs. So Josh sent me this morning, which launched me into this rabbit hole. There's this guy that's got a YouTube channel, and he sent me an Instagram link to him, a guy named Seth Meering, who's got this bit where he'll take a picture of just a random person, get it printed on a T-shirt, and then show up in front of that person.
I've seen this.
And there's the one that he sent me. There's this grocery store clerk who's checking groceries.
Yep.
And he goes through the line, and he's got a picture of the grocery store. It's a him, the one that I saw, of this guy. And and he goes, "Do I know you?" And the guy's like, "You look familiar to me." The guy's not looking at his shirt. He goes, "Oh, wait, you're this guy on my shirt. You're the white people be like guy." And the guy's blown away. So he just shows up with random people's faces on their shirts, and these people's reaction to him are priceless. So that's what I spent 10 minutes doing.
They had something similar, and they had someone did this. They played a prank on like their grandma or something like that. So they're at the grocery store. They're looking in the magazines, and it will say like People Magazine, and they found a way to take the grandma, put her on like the front cover, and the grandma's so ticked off. She's like, "What the hell is going on? Why am I in the People Magazine?"
Okay, speaking of this, there's this random brand. It's called Nice Shirt Thanks. And what they do is you'll send them a prompt. It can be crazy. It could be, I think one recently was like, Harry's the people of One Direction, but they're all frogs, and they're saying like that's what makes you beautiful. And then they make these shirts that look like this. It could be as random as possible, and they send these people, and it's called from Nice Shirt. Thanks, it's great.
Imagine if you showed up somewhere and there was a guy with a T-shirt that had your face on it that had some slogan.
So
Like, I wear these shirts all the time. I do it all the time. And you're
Okay.
a grocery store checker.
Also, when I was in middle school, for one of my, I was running for office. I think I was running for like.
Is this when that kid beat you that you still been holding a grudge on?
This was 2 years later, and I still didn't win this one. But I put on a sweatshirt. My parents put on a sweatshirt. I'm the only person that wore this. I was the only person going around saying to vote for me, and it says Emily Hebo for secretary, and it's a picture of me in like 3rd grade, and I'm riding a jet ski. That's the best picture of myself that I found. And then I realized I had it, and I brought it to college, and my best friend, wore it out on Halloween weekend.
That's
dressed
awesome.
up as me, and it was pretty great. So I'll send you guys the picture of the sweatshirt. Cody, what's your rabbit hole?
So there's this guy on TikTok named Outdoor Boys, it's really just one guy. His name is Luke. I don't know if have you heard of him, Em?
Yeah, I think Al has talked about him one time before.
So he basically goes into, I think he's in Alaska or somewhere in like, there's like a bunch of snow, and basically what he does is he builds like igloos, or like he does camping in
Build
Alaska.
shelters like randomly.
It's crazy, and like the thing that gets me is when he starts cooking. He has like this big hunk of ham, and he has like sourdough like mix that he has, and he just builds it over a fire, and he puts the dough ball of sourdough into like, he buries it in like the firewood and everything like that. When he takes it out, it looks kind of weird because it's like all ashy, and he like puts it out, and then he like has honey butter, and he like puts butter, honey. And
This guy's like,
He's MacGyver in the woods.
Yeah, like, it's so strange, but it's so like addicting to watch because you're like,
They go to the most random areas.
Snow for hours.
They go where there's no people at
Yeah.
all, and they basically just freaking build a shelter and food and everything else. You and I would last.
He's got honey butter?
You and I would last.
Yes.
How remote can it be if he's got honey butter?
No, he brings stuff with him.
I bet you a warm sourdough ball is nice, honestly.
With honey butter?
Yeah.
Super good.
Yeah.
Sounds amazing.
You open that thing up and steaming.
With Iberico ham, like John Rahm.
There's a Walmart 30
Senor
minutes from
Rahm.
where he is.
Kaboom.
All right. So my rabbit hole is something I've been kind of following the past couple months. So there's this girl on TikTok. Her name is Brittany Reynolds, and she started out with like 6,000 followers. I kind of caught on early. So what happened is she got into a lot of credit card debt. She just kind of admitted she spent way too much money on way too many things. She realized that she needed to move back in with her parents and kind of get a hold of her credit card debt and commit to doing that. And honestly, used her TikTok to kind of keep herself accountable of paying off her debt. And so she was in $36,000 of credit card debt. This was last September, maybe July. It's less than a year. Actually, maybe a little bit more than a year. So it's about a year. And through her TikTok, she kind of talks about how to tackle credit card debt, because I think there's a lot of things with it is that it involves a lot of shame. You don't want to tell people that you got yourself in credit card debt. You feel dumb, you feel stupid,
And school
whatever.
ain't teaching you any of that stuff. They're just putting you into more debt.
So what she does is kind of have an approachable way of saying, hey, like, let's be honest with each other. Let's get a hold of this. And so through that, she's given tips. She's worked on how she budgets. Like, she literally tells us where she's spending all her money. Budgets on these TikToks, kind of shows people how to maybe, monitor yourself. She goes back what she spent a year ago on this day and whatever. And so through that, she's gained 80,000 followers.
No kidding.
She actually lives in Temecula right now with her parents. She's from the Bay Area. She's moving to LA this summer because she's paying off her debt. And so within less than a year, I believe, she has shrunk her credit card debt to $2,000.
Wow. That's impressive.
And she's paying it off today. So I've been tracking her all this time, and she does a payday thing. So she says, "Oh, I got paid today." She breaks down where her money's going to, where savings, etc. And I've been so excited to see her get to zero. And it's funny because
She ran out the club when she gets up to speed.
No, I think she's
dig
going
the
to
hole
be
all over
very
again.
responsible.
She's
I
up
think
to
she has-
14,000 by Monday.
She has a goal of she's going to go on this one trip. She's been
Yeah.
saving for it. But what she did was what
That's
you
cool.
feel part of it is because when you comment and you share and you like it and stuff, it gets her sponsorships. And she's like, thanks to you guys, I'm able to pay it off so much sooner. And it's very fun to be like a part of it. I'm really proud of her for doing it. Honestly, like taking the shame out of it. I know you're not supposed to do that. You're not supposed to get yourself in credit card
But
debt.
it
but
happens.
It happens to people.
Yeah.
And I think that it's a really important thing. Like, so many people can go into dark places because of it. So being honest, not shameful. Shouts out to Brittany. Really happy for you. And I hope you get paid off today.
That's awesome.
That's great.
I thought the way to do it, our strategy,
Push it down.
shove it down.
Let it
You know what
eat
I
you
mean?
from the inside out until you
You know
just
what I
can't
mean?
take it anymore.
Just shove it down.
It'll
as
go
far as
away,
you-
or it won't.
No, it won't. It ain't
Well,
going anywhere.
you can make it through today, and then you worry about tomorrow. White knuckle that debt, Slee. Hold on to it as long as you can. The Dump is coming up next. It's Travis Slee, 710 ESPN.
Time for the dump.
So not that you're going to be gone forever, but this is your last day with us this week. You'll be back a week from today.
A week from today.
You're going to Hawaii, not the Big Island. We don't need to get into that right now.
Smaller island.
Never been to Hawaii before?
Nope.
What are you looking forward to the most? Obviously, your friends are getting married. So aside from wedding activities, what are you looking forward to?
I'm honestly really looking forward to being in
The lazy
nature. Because, I mean, I love...
Are you going to do a hike or something?
I might do some hiking, but more as like, I know it's like, we're at a resort, but it's still like, I don't know. I'm looking forward to it being not Los Angeles. I love Los Angeles, but it's a huge city with a lot of concrete and not a lot of nature.
Got some air, of course.
I'm excited to have maybe some clean air in my lungs, and then also just to swim, honestly, in like the ocean there. I'm really excited about that. And I'm excited for the food. I'm excited to try. Is it like masubi? Like
that's the spam and
masubi?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's really good.
just like the Hawaiian food. I like Hawaiian food a lot, and so I'm excited for the food.
Do you like masubi, Al?
Yeah. Kind of perfect for when you go there. There's a place actually not too far that I've gone to a couple times down in San Diego near Solana Beach area where it's basically Hawaiian-inspired food, I guess you could call it.
Mm-hmm.
Have had that there, too. It's good.
Loco
Really good.
Moco, you going to take that down, Em?
What is that?
So Loco Moco is a breakfast dish for the most part. It's rice with a hamburger patty with eggs.
Sounds great.
It's
And
terrific.
gravy.
And what?
And gravy.
And some gravy.
And gravy, right? Yeah, of course. And like a brown kind of gravy situation. It's rice, meat, runny egg yolks, and gravy.
Yeah, and I'm also like I don't go to a ton of weddings, and like I haven't been to a ton because I have
You want any
friends.
advice? I love a good wedding.
I have friends that either are like not married or like not really close to getting married, or I've been invited and I couldn't go. I'm really excited because I really love my two friends. Like they are marrying each other, and I'm super excited to be there. And I think their wedding's gonna be great. And I've been involved in some of their decision making sometimes, so I'm excited.
Mai Tai, pina colada, daiquiri. Are we going to take down any of the traditional tropical cocktails?
I'll probably be a daiquiri person. I tend to go daiquiri and probably frozen again. I know me and Al are on the same page with this.
Well, daiquiri frozen for sure.
Yeah, frozen by the lazy river. But yeah, maybe a marg or two. It's gonna be some nice fruity drinks.
It's going to be fun.
Yeah. And I've like looked up some stuff, and I'm trying not to schedule everything. I'm trying to leave space for things to happen.
Are you and Claire traveling together?
No, she's traveling the same day, but she's coming from the East Coast, so it's not as easy for her to get over here.
Well, you said you're there by 10 a.m., right?
She'll be there like 3 p.m.
Okay.
Yeah. So I have a few hours where it's just me. I'll probably go post up in the lazy river or like at the beach or something.
How long is that flight?
So that's at the kids.
8 or 9 hours?
Well, it's 5 from the East Coast to the West Coast. It's 5 from Los Angeles
like
to
10,
to Hawaii. So that makes 10. Maybe you save a little.
Might as well go to Tokyo.
You're like halfway there. you're most of the way there.
And I think it's like she goes either to like Atlanta or to like New York and then takes it straight from there.
Where's Claire's home? Is where?
DC. So she's really, really close to Dulles.
So she probably goes to Atlanta or Chicago, would be my guess.
Yeah, and then hauls it from there. So excited to see her. We have some stuff planned, but not being too planny. I'm trying to relax and chill out.
Travis Kelce will host the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader reboot for Prime Video. Did you ever watch that? Was it Jeff Foxworthy that did it originally?
Jeff Foxworthy, yeah.
Did you ever watch that?
I don't think I ever saw it, no.
I loved that show.
I liked it too.
I was in 5th grade this time. I was like, what school are they going to? I don't know these answers. Also, we know the answer to this. Travis Kelce is not smarter than a 5th grader.
Wow.
I love Travis. He is just, I don't think he's an intellectual.
I don't think he's an intellectual, but I also don't think he's a blockhead.
I think that he's average knowledge.
But like if you put Gronk on there, I think it would be like, all right, this is not going great.
Do you know what goes well for Kelce? Even if that is the case, let's just say he's got good personality.
Yeah, he's funny.
Right? And I think I'll use the podcast as an example. If he was dry and he was, it's like, God, this guy doesn't really know that much. He's not intelligent. He's got good personality, but yes, in this case for this show, I think it's kind of funny that he's the one that's hosting it.
Cody, did you watch Who's Smarter Than a Fifth Grader, or Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
I remember watching it as a kid and then always falling asleep.
So
I never learned anything.
When the show came out, I was an adult and had 5th graders, okay? I didn't know most of it.
Yeah.
Like the basic geography stuff and all that, I'm okay with. But anytime you got into the science or the math, I was out.
Okay. Question for those who watched it. Were they feeding these kids the answers? Like, do you think the kids actually knew these answers,
Okay.
or were they giving them
This
the
is a
answers?
really good question. Did you guys ever see, Emily, you probably have, maybe you have. Did you ever see the movie Quiz Show with Ray Fiennes?
I have not.
No.
Okay. So there's a scandal in the 50s that this movie is predicated on. It's a real scandal where they would pick telegenic people to win these game shows because it was better TV if the good-looking people, et cetera, et cetera. It was a big, big scandal. So I think there's actually laws on the books now. You can't rig game shows, or
Yeah, it can't
you
be
could
the kids'
potentially go to jail. So my answer is no, but it crossed my mind. It crossed my mind.
I used to listen to this. I'm not kidding you. I loved this game show again because I was a 5th grader. I was like, I wanted to outsmart these kids, and I didn't.
The Niners have to forfeit a 2025 draft choice, and we're also penalized 4 spots in this upcoming draft as a result of a administrative payroll accounting error. Now, the Niners say we take responsibility and accept the imposed discipline from the NFL due to a clerical payroll error. At no time did we mislead or otherwise deceive the league or gain a competitive advantage in connection with the payroll mistake. I can't even explain what the payroll mistake is.
Yeah, I'm trying to figure this out,
It
too.
sounds like they added something up wrong that may or may not have given them some cap space or something that they did not even take advantage of necessarily. But if this were a harmless error, that's a pretty significant penalty. A draft pick is not nothing. And it's like, okay.
From 131 to 135, is that what it is?
Puka Nacua went in the 5th round.
Yeah.
Right? Good players go late in the draft. If all of a sudden I have one less pick to throw at the wall, that's one less chance to hit a home run. That's a real penalty.
Could I say this? We can think of our day-to-day. You get pulled over by a cop, right? And let's just say I didn't know that was a no turn on red. Bad example. I didn't know there was a stop sign right there. Like, you could genuinely have just not known what you did was wrong. I think they have to do something. I think they feel like, okay, if there's a clerical error, let's call it, maybe the 49ers, this was literally just an error on their part, but what if another team, it wasn't an error? Like, I get why they're doing what they're doing, and I'm not saying that there isn't value to it, but I understand where they're
All right, I
coming
want to
from.
use your traffic analogy for a second. If I blow through a stop sign, right, and it's the middle of the day and there's traffic all over the place, I'm reckless on the road. I need to be, hey, you can't do that. You could have hurt somebody. You're done.
Yeah.
Right, here's your $100 ticket or whatever it is. If it's 12 o'clock and I'm coming home from work and I roll through a stop sign and there's not another car within 2 miles, the cop, you roll the sign, be more careful.
Sure.
There's a difference, right? There's intent and recklessness, and I really wasn't paying attention. And that feels like they really weren't paying. Now, as a Rams fan, I hope that they ban them from the league for a few seasons. That seems to be the appropriate penalty, but it seemed aggressive to me.
I think I know the answer for you. Do you stop at a red?
Yes.
Getting on the freeway? And it's like past, because there's times you stop on the red because you don't have a choice. There's a lot of cars.
Yeah.
It's this. Do you stop on a red?
Yes.
Getting on a freeway.
Yes.
8 o'clock at night.
Yes. You know why? Because I'm on the freeway so often that I've driven past that red light that you're talking about, the
And seen a
on-ramp,
cop on a
and seen a
left.
cop just waiting for somebody to run it.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's.
They haven't caught me yet.
Oh, do you just plow through that thing?
Not all the time, but there's a 60% chance I
Calling
might
them,
go
letting
through
know
it.
you're coming. Calling them, letting know you're coming. You know what we should do right now, Code? A little super crosstalk.
ESPN AM 710 Los Angeles. KRDC AM 1110 Pasadena, Los Angeles.
K256CX 99.1 FM Pasadena, Los Angeles.
It's the greatest segment in LA sports radio history.
Oh my God. When the shows come together for magic on the radio.
It will only grow stronger. Super Crosstalk.
Are we ready for Mason and Ireland to join Travis and Slee?
Super Crosstalk begins.
Super Crosstalk presented by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out. That's what a hamburger is all about.
It's time for Super Crosstalk.
All right, so first of all, I am all in on Team Travis when it comes to lazy rivers.
Thank you.
I like water parks, they're fine. I like pools, they're fine.
No, but he won't do any of that.
Right. That stuff I disagree. I'm okay on public pools
Yeah.
and all that business.
He barely takes a shower with.
I think when people are floating around in a lazy river,
Disgusting.
they don't bother to get out of the lazy river to
Well,
go
what are
to
they
the
doing when
bathroom.
they're in the lazy river typically? having a drink.
Yeah.
You have a
they
couple
drink.
of
Have a
beers and
drink.
you're floating in the
Or there's-
water.
Or there's
great.
kids, and kids don't care.
Oh, kids
It's
don't
amazing.
care at all.
Yeah.
No, it's human soup.
I'm anti lazy river, but I am
Got the
pro
walk-up bars or the
pools
swim-up
and all that
bars?
stuff. You're
You can have
weird
it.
about
You
that.
don't have to worry about me.
Yeah.
Plenty of room without me.
Emily, your producer's in a pool all the time.
Yeah, nice one.
You mentioned Emily. You're going to Hawaii.
Yeah. She's going.
So, Trav, when you go to
Alani.
Hawaii, you don't go in the pool.
No, I'll go in the ocean.
Really?
Yeah, no.
And you won't go in a pool.
I won't
I
say.
love pools.
I won't
I'll
say
go in any pool.
never.
Yeah, me too.
Pool, pond. I'll
And
go in anything.
Pool or a pool would be good for you. Yeah. I've had a couple of houses in my life. I've moved a handful of times where we've had a pool. I love being in a pool, but only my pool.
Only your pool.
Yeah.
So he has a pool in his community.
Yeah.
Which I've been to his house.
Yeah.
Community's
The
a
pu-
great
like
community.
the community
We have a
pool.
community
It's a great,
Yeah,
and it's a
that's
great
nice.
community.
It's very nice.
You would think
I
that
don't go in it.
the
I do
pool
not.
would be taken
Boy, our
care of and
community pool
everything.
is everybody's in it every day.
Not me. Well, our pool
They
is.
maintain the crap out of it too. It's great.
So here, let me explain why. Same thing. Our pool is highly used. There are young families in my neighborhood that go into this pool. There are people that use the pool for exercise.
Right.
There are it's being used all the time. When I take my walks, or Susan and I'll go for a walk, we walk by the entrance to the pool frequently. At least 3 or 4 times a year, there's a big sign on the entrance gate to the pool that says "Pool closed for biological hazard that needs to be cleaned
Does it
up."
actually say
It
biological
says
hazard?
That's a
hazard.
good thing. That means
Yeah, I know,
that means
I know.
somebody pooped in the pool,
Right.
and they cleaned all the
Clean it
water.
up.
Right.
They drain the
They
pool.
cleaned it up.
But okay, but you guys aren't going. You guys
They
aren't going to
didn't
the
just
next
scoop
step.
it out and say, "Hey,
You're not
let's
Yeah,
going
it's
to
not
this
like
thing
Bill
moving."
Murray and Caddyshack.
Yeah,
Baby Ruth,
maybe
everything's
it was
fine.
just a candy bar.
Okay, so I hear what you're saying.
Yeah.
Here's why I don't do it. You have kids. They got
Yeah.
the swim diapers, right?
Yeah.
And you got the kid in there, and you're like, oh my gosh, it happened. And maybe somebody's not a great citizen, and they just pick that kid up and get him out of the pool as quick as they can. And they don't want to be the one that flags the community and say, "Hey, listen, my kid had an accident in the pool."
You
it
are
just happened.
dangerously close to Michael Thompson's hotel
Your
policy.
child is a biological hazard.
Your child that doesn't know how to use the bathroom in the pool is a biological hazard.
Travis
give
wants
you,
the picture of the baby
Travis,
outside of
let
the
me
pool
give you
saying,
Michael's
"Don't let him in."
hotel policy, and it sounds like you might agree.
Okay.
Will not touch the TV remote without gloves. Won't
I'll
touch
it, but I don't.
It's
Will
arguably
not.
It's
It's the
arguably
most.
the filthiest.
It's
thing
the most,
in
by
the
will
far.
not
Yeah.
walk on the carpet without shoes.
Oh yeah.
I'll put some sandals
I
on.
don't. I wear shoes in my own house.
Are you kidding?
No.
Okay, you get up in the middle of the night. You got to go to the bathroom. You put your shoes on.
No, put your sandals on.
But I will not take my shoes off until I go to bed.
Yeah, you're weird.
Yeah,
Well,
you're
I know
not,
that.
dude.
Yeah.
You're not, dude.
Kids don't know how to use the
And
bathroom.
by the way,
in pool.
good for. I'm glad to hear Meryl. Well, no, I'm not glad
They're
to hear
separated.
she's separated.
For 6 years.
I'm sorry that they're separated, but I'm happy she's with Martin Short.
You're not pro
Love,
separation.
love late in
Wait
life
a
is a
minute.
beautiful thing.
Who gets?
Meryl
Meryl
Streep
Streep
and Martin
Martin
Short
Short
are potentially in a ship.
They're in a ship.
Yeah, a relationship.
You ever heard
Relationship. We
So
just call
Meryl
it a ship
Streep
now.
is not married to her husband anymore.
No.
They
6
are
years they've been
married,
separated.
but they have been separated for 6 years. They
Yeah.
are not legally divorced, according to Wikipedia.
So she's apparently having a ship with Martin Short.
They're shipping right
Yeah,
now.
because she was on Only Murders in the Building last year.
Yeah, apparently that's.
And you were
where-
saying people in their 70s, what are they actually doing? I could tell you, my mom and not stepdad Leo are in their 80s and they're hooking up. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they're together.
Yeah.
They're not hooking. Well,
Yeah,
I
they're
assume
together.
They might be hooked. I guess
I think
they
the
are.
odds are probably
Yeah, probably
good.
something's going on.
Hopefully,
there.
right?
Yeah, I hope so.
You want everybody to have a good time.
But you can have fun in your
Enjoy each
70s.
other's-
You can have fun in your 80s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What is your mom and not stepdad Leo like? What do they do for recreation?
They go to dinner at 4.
Okay,
That's standard.
But if they're
Good game
typical old people,
Yeah.
they get up super early.
They watch, they get up super early.
Okay, so you're up 6
a.m.
It's a long time before
Drinking
4
their
o'clock
coffee,
dinner.
sitting out in their porch and
They read the
patio and
paper?
stuff. They do. They read the Desert Sun newspaper.
Do they go for a
which
walk
still
or
exists.
anything? You know?
No. My mom loves the pool. She does water aerobics.
Okay.
That's her game. Leo works at the Living Desert, the big zoo out there. He's
Oh.
a tour guide.
Okay.
They have dinner at 4, and then they watch a lot of Netflix that I've never heard of, and go to sleep early at 7 or 8 after
That doesn't
entertainment
sound
time.
terrible to me.
I was going to say I might do that tonight.
No, it's a pretty good gig. Really, pretty good gig.
Eating dinner at 4 o'clock could be a game changer for me.
Yeah.
I could get in bed by 7:30.
Well, in some of those, like where you go to live, my grandparents moved into a senior living
Like a leisure
place.
world kind of thing?
Yeah, and they start meals at 3:30 and just reset them every couple hours.
Sounds
so
fantastic.
You can eat whenever you want.
So what should Emily do when she goes to Hawaii?
Which big island?
Oahu.
Oh, Oahu.
She's staying at the resort.
She should get on a plane and go to one of the other islands.
Although I will say,
well, hold on a second. This is her first trip. She's never been before.
Waikiki Beach is pretty cool.
It's a classic
they've updated
vacation
it
destination. Stop
dramatically.
shaking your head, Ireland.
They've updated Waikiki.
It is.
They've updated it.
She's staying at Alani. So
that's on the other side of the island.
Side.
That place is great.
And she could just stay there and do a lot there.
Yeah, no, she'll never leave. Yeah,
So-
Alani's great.
Alani is that the Disney resort?
Yeah.
Yes,
That's
but
on. That's like on the opposite side of Honolulu.
Like your
Right.
paycheck.
It's on the North Shore.
Coming
Right.
from Disney.
My best friend's getting married, and this is where they got their block of rooms, and they are getting their ceremonies like walking distance from the Alani. So everything is all in one place.
You're set.
I'm
matter of fact, go watch to get in the mood. Watch the movie "Forgetting Sarah Marshall."
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And that's Turtle Bay where they were, which is out near where Alani is, and you're set.
And White Lotus, I think season 1 is also around there.
Was over there?
Yeah.
Is that the Sydney Sweeney, like
Yes.
Her when she was
Sydney
an
Sweeney
ingenue?
And
she
Connie
was-
Britton.
Oh.
Yeah, Connie Britton. That was a good.
Have you not watched it yet?
No, I didn't know Connie Britton
You need
was
to
in
watch
it.
it.
It's really good.
Wait, Sydney Sweeney's in the first
And
season.
Alexis
first
Dario.
season of White Lotus. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
She's kind of a.
When does Aubrey Plaza go in? She in from the first
season
season?
two.
Season 2 when they go to
Okay.
Sicily. But yeah, Travis, Alexa Daddario is also in it too.
Stop.
Yeah, this is a
How
show
have
made for
how's
you.
this show
Oh
avoided
yeah,
me?
it's really
He's
good.
going to watch it at 4 tonight.
Alexa Daddario, Connie Britton, and Sydney Sweeney.
Sweeney, yeah.
Yes.
This is like a
Yeah,
Travis.
I can't believe you've never seen it. It was like a
Three
big
Scoop
thing
Sunday.
when it went on.
You know me.
Mace, what's
I
your
miss things.
plan for tomorrow? 3 a.m.
3 a.m. So I have. I'm already planning to be sound asleep.
Okay.
What happened to your big YouTube show?
The YouTube show didn't have. I was like, who's,
It was never.
John, you were on the.
You did say that from the
who's
beginning.
watching at 3 a.m.? I was like, I'm not doing that. Waste my time.
Mason has had more half-baked ideas than anyone who works
This
here.
wasn't even my idea. This was Bergman's idea.
I kind of want to get up to see it, but I'm almost positive I'm not going
I'm definitely
to.
not
because
seeing
there, I don't know
Spectrum
about
will
you guys.
rerun it all
I
day.
know. I
or
can't
is
do
it
that.
only on ESPN? I think
It's an
it's an
ESPN
ESPN game, so I
It
don't
is
know
an
that
ESPN
Spectrum
game.
can run it.
Huh.
So, but can you guys watch sporting events
No.
that you know the result
No.
that are no? Who can
Or
do
that I know the result is available.
Right. I can't do it.
I want to go straight to the result.
Exactly.
I'm gonna wake up tomorrow morning and open the box score and
Yes.
see what the hell happened.
So you
only
will
time-
never see the game.
No,
You'll
won't
see
ever
a
see the
highlight
game.
rip.
The only time you're watching, if your team loses, you're probably most likely not going to go back and watch the highlights, let alone the actual game. If your team wins, then it's like, all right, let me see what happens. You're right. You might be
But
right
you're just
about
watching.
the.
How are you not going to watch the game?
Well,
are
you might be right about Spectrum. Like I don't know if ESPN. They're probably not airing it again.
No, and you
So
can
this will be that.
you can probably get the Spectrum post game. They'll still do one of those
They'll do the
shows
postgame,
with
yeah.
Hartung and all those guys. But yeah, you can't rewatch the game. There won't be a Dodger squeeze play at any
No.
point because the
No.
game's on ESPN.
Those
so
are
you
great,
can't-
by the way.
I love the squeeze.
That's
play.
a great thing to have on in here.
Oh yeah,
Because you can kind of catch just the highlights here. Like the Lakers, I don't know. This is their version of a squeeze play, right?
The compacto.
Compacto, that's
Yeah.
what it's called.
Is that what we're watching? This is the compacto.
I believe
for
this is the
Hawks game?
compacto from last night. John, let me ask you this. How did the Lakers go 30 years with somebody not setting a new three-point record?
Well, think about it. They've never really had a Klay Thompson or a Steph Curry.
Right, but the way that the game has changed so dramatically in the last 10 years, you would have thought that someone with just moderate three-point ability would have gone past somebody that was playing the game so differently 30 years ago.
Right, but think about it. Kobe, Pau, Shaq, LeBron, AD, none of them really big three-point shooters. And so if you get a three-point shooter and you put it, and that, what I just described took you from 1996 all the way to now. If the two best players on the team don't shoot threes, you don't want some guy putting up 20 threes a game to take the ball away from Kobe.
But would you have to take 20? Wouldn't you have to take, because how many threes a game? The Knicks Van Exel era, how many threes per team were taken? 12 or 15?
Yeah, if that.
Right, and now there's
Yeah.
probably 35 or 40?
Yeah, some teams.
So you wouldn't have to have one guy take 25 of them. Just one guy taking
Van
10 a
Exel's
game.
on a heater, man. taking away stuff from Nick.
I don't know. This could go down to that other World Series theory I had that you guys poo-pooed.
Which is?
I forget what it was, where everybody that lost to the Braves ended up winning the World Series or something like that. I don't know what it was. You guys threw cold water on it and ruined it for me.
Good fact.
Yeah.
That's what you did the first time.
That sounds very well thought out.
No, you really put that together.
I forgot what it was because you all bullied me so
it's
relentlessly.
really well researched.
Yeah.
Something about beating the Braves and
you're like the guy that says, "Don't."
No, wait.
What
I'm
did
going to
you
remember
think
what
was
it
going
was.
to happen
Pick
that you brought
teams
it
that
back
wear
up to
purple
them?
in the
Here's a
tournament.
Here's a
Yeah.
Travis fun fact.
No,
What is it?
I know. I think I remember what it is.
Yeah, okay, good. What's the fun fact?
Anybody that ended up beating the Braves. No, it wasn't the Braves. It was the Brewers.
Good, well done.
It was the Brewers.
It was the
Well
Brewers. It'll
done.
come to me.
You've
It'll
got
come to
it.
me. Now I got to start thinking about
I can't
something
wait.
else.
That's a good tease.
No,
for
that's
tomorrow.
it. Anybody who beat the Brewers.
Yeah, anybody who beat
That was
the
it.
Brewers went on to win the World Series.
But
Is that
that's
your
not true
fun
because the
fact?
Dodgers didn't do it the one year that they beat the Brewers.
Right, so that's
so
not
that,
the fun
that can't
fact.
be it.
There must be a
Any
fun fact
thoughts
somewhere.
on it?
It'll come
Any
back
thoughts
to me.
on this
What's
fact?
your takeaway from Travis's fun fact?
I think Travis drank a lot the night he came up with that theory.
I didn't come up with it.
Yeah.
I read it and I was impressed by it, and the three of you gave me the looks that you're giving me right
we were
now.
nonplussed.
Yeah,
Nonplussed.
And
I still don't know what that
I'm the
means.
only one who thinks this South Korea thing is just the
Yeah, you
worst
said that
idea
yesterday.
ever.
Yeah.
You guys don't care.
Not
Did
really.
you get?
I didn't care because it's a couple of games I'm not going to get
It
to
seems
see.
Did you bring it up to him?
No, but he
Yeah.
doesn't care. I mean, he'll watch baseball no matter where they play.
Yeah. I mean,
But I think that you're screwing the fans. You're taking opening day away. The good thing about opening day is either the Dodgers or the Padres get opening day at home, except if you go to stinking South Korea
Yeah,
and
but they'll
play
still
two
have a
meaningless
quasi-opening
games
day.
at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Yeah, there'll still be
They'll get an opening day. They'll hang the bunting. They'll do the ceremony. They'll line guys up on the foul line. They'll have one.
And you know what? They seem to be. I mean, if you follow them on social media,
Everybody seems
they
to be
all
having a good
seem to
time.
be having a really good
So-
time. They all brought their wives.
Okay.
They're having a blast.
That's interesting you say that because I was talking with somebody who's over there in Korea right
good.
now with the team. And his report back, I talked with him last night, and his report back was the Dodgers collectively, and John, this will buoy your point, they just want it over. They just want to come back and get it over with and just kind of put it in the rearview mirror so they can start what is the real part, that they're putting on a very positive public face, but that this is a very long way to go for very little payoff for them specifically. It's good for baseball, but it's bad for them.
Yeah, it's great for baseball. That's why they're doing it. It's a money grab. It's great for the Dodgers because they're establishing that they are the team of.
Yes, I agree.
I mean,
but
they are absolutely the team in Asia right now.
Of course.
Yeah, well, but they're going to have Japan no matter what. They got
Correct.
the two best Japanese players to sign with their team.
But it's like when they went to, they're thinking it's a worldwide game and let's get over there.
Do you
and
have to sell baseball in a place that's already baseball crazy?
Yeah, I don't know that you do
But it's
necessarily.
but think about how unique it is. Like they're opening up baseball with these two franchises in Seoul. Like that you don't have to sell baseball there, but you can definitely add to whatever is already there. I think it's
if
great.
it wasn't on in the middle of the night, I would say
that's the biggest issue.
It's a possibility to really, but the fact that nobody here is going to be able to see. I guess back east it's at 5:30 in the morning, or 6 in the morning. It's a little bit more reasonable.
When they come back, is it Glass now pitching? Are they back to their 1-2?
It looks like that maybe Yamamoto will pitch the first game here.
I have a hunch he's going to start that game.
Probably
against
has
the
a little
Cardinals.
bit to do with whether or not he pitches well, right?
Yeah.
If he doesn't pitch well, then you may be pushing back a little bit.
Let's be frank. He didn't pitch well in the spring.
Would help if they could pick up a ground ball.
Yeah, it would. He did get stuck on.
As a
some
former pitcher, it's
left
very
side of the
rarely
infield
my
defense.
fault when we
Yes.
get knocked around.
Yeah.
You did your job
But he gave
poorly.
up a bunch of hits.
Yeah.
A bunch of hits in his last couple of starts.
Super Crosstalks brought to you by In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out, that's what a hamburger